in charge here? Okay. I want to climb up. Yeah. Stop everything now. Wait. Stop. Stop everything. Hey, because Tono. Do you have your result sheet? Why? So they are writing the result somewhere and we are voting here. No, that is not proper. Why are the result sheets not here? What is the polling unit here? What is the 013? People are voting and the result sheet is somewhere else and they are completing the result sheets there and computing the results. This is Ehiala. Amamo, Ward A. In Juniorate, the same thing is happening and she is in charge. She's the APO. No result sheets here and people are voting. This criminality must stop. Yes. So this exercise now is nonsense. The result sheet is somewhere and they are writing the results and you people are standing in the sun. You can, result sheet on here. What are result sheet not here? What are result sheet not here? Hold on. Turn, can be honest. Hold on. This is not the first time I'm doing this work. Whenever we are going, we go with our result sheet.
Why is the result sheet?
When we are going, I search my bag as the person that wanted to do. I did not see the result sheet. I asked the SPO, he said that we should go, that he will bring it.
What is the name of the SPO?
I don't even know his
Is
name.
the SPO attached to this unit?
Yeah, he said he's coming, but we have not seen him.
He's coming.
Yeah?
You are giving now
to vote for APGA for solution government to continue. 4 years. Asoyabuna also na say iketa kuni na meto aka na obi ka ha bata Africa.
Actually, from 2 million or 18 million. I mean, 5,000. I'm on an Africa, one Nigerian. Africa, one Nigerian. But Obodoju. Obodoju, 1 year on it. But I'm not close, not close.
Mama, put that in the lab. Nadia. I bet so long ago. Oh, Banks. Yeah, I'm ready to go. What's the cabaret? You're like it again. Get again. Well, I know some money.
Useless black African people. You don't even know justice. Your constitution says you cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the written law. Show me the written law. I want to know the written law. Show me the written law. Are you okay? Don't go close. Don't try that rubbish. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. You give God's judgment you don't respect. Then why are we in the court of law? Why are we in the court of law, I ask? Nonsense. You think Britain can ask you to jail me and you jail me? You are dreaming. You are dreaming. I'm telling you that you are dreaming. Nonsense.
A cleric and peace negotiator. I also have Azari Yusuf, is the former national coordinator of the Middle Belt Patriots. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you.
All right. Sheik, let me start, of course, with you. And I would start this conversation by reading, going back to the tweet made, or the post on social media, that is, made by the United States President Donald Trump. I'll read just part of it. According to President Trump, he, in his words, has described the country, that's Nigeria, as a country of particular concern. He wrote quite a couple of things, which of course has ignited conversations around the safety of Christians. Now, this particular subgroup. Now, the tweet goes this way. Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Now, thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. Of course, this has ignited conversations around the genocide of the Christians, in the country. So I want to ask you, Sheik, is this the true, for you, does this reflect the reality of Nigerians?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dapo, for inviting me to the hot topic of the hour now. This allegation is false. It's a misrepresentation of reality, and I'm sorry to say it's also mischievous. A country.
Sorry, just to be clear on that, you said the allegation by the President of the United States is false. And also a misrepresentation of reality.
And also mischievous.
And mischievous. Why is that?
Yeah. Because America knows about Nigeria probably more than what we know. They know everything. What is now the Boko Haram Commission by the government has proven that Americans used to ferry guns to Boko Haram. And recently, the retired Chief of Defense Staff said there is no way that international community is not involved in Boko Haram in the Eastern Theater, or North-Eastern Theater, because for 15 years the army has been battling them. Let me tell you what happens.
Village chief. Yusuf? Yes, sir. He's a village chief. Yes, sir.
Oh, relax! Wait, Kingsley, relax! Kingsley, I said relax! Hold on. Now don't finish. When I come beat police for police station, new pass out Navy, newly pass out Navy, beating police in the police station, another police station, newly pass out Navy, newly pass out Navy. Ladies, for police station. You don't bid for me for police station. You don't let her go. Man, don't let her go. Bring my tear. Bring my tear. Bring my
radicals have beat us there. We've got to get engaged.
What do we watch for here in the coming days and weeks?
Action by President Trump and action by the Nigerian government. I think the other thing you watch for is a military coup in Nigeria, which I wouldn't rule out taking place as well with these weakened governments that exist in the area and the success.
We are monitoring events. Anybody who wants to steal vote, we will catch him red-handed. All Anambra State look deserted. Today is the 8th of November, 2025. The gubernatorial election is going on. Businesses are shut down. It feels like another seat at home in Anambra State. The Anambrians have really suffered. The business people in Anambra State have suffered a lot. Every now and then their businesses are shut down because of one thing or another. Why should you ask businesses not to open because you are doing election? Why should you ask vehicles not to move because you are doing election? These business people need to survive. Normally on a good day, there are so many people on this road trading, but today there is only one or two people trading. Madam, brother, are you happy? Are you waiting for a bus? It appears as if there is no buses and there's no buses. And this is not good because do you think it's okay for buses not to run on election day?
It's not okay, no.
It's not okay, right? Not okay, okay.
No, this rally make my blood pressure go up.
So you should get a filter sometimes, filter your thoughts before you say.
I'll continue to take blood pressure medication.
Why are you getting high blood pressure, Anambra? Now,
I'm not taking medication for myself. I'm taking it for people like some of you guys that after the January, February something, and then people like Soludo, that is a good spoiler. I thank God for his life. He's working for my.
And I am ready to die defending Nigeria in whatever way. When it is God's time for us to go, it is.
And you took my time to God. You are ready to defend Nigeria. I gave you my time.
No, I'm coming.
Alexi, hold on. You already started.
What I'm saying, defending Nigerians is this.
I gave him my time and he's using it to defend
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
Alexi.
I hope that Nigeria wins. I'm never going to wish any president evil so that I can say I told you so. No, I won't wish them evil. I hope. You see, I'm not praying. There's no point. I can't pray for Nigeria to be fine. I only hope that Nigeria wins and Nigerians win. Because if you choose a dodgy doctor who has a dodgy record, who has, all sort of accusations leveled against him, to say this doctor, we think he's done this, or this doctor, this surgeon. Yes, he's a senior surgeon, he's the most whatever surgeon, but there are a lot of accusations leveled against him. If you choose him to operate on you, and you tell me to pray for you that it doesn't kill you surgery, what's the point? I can't pray. You might make it, you might not make it. My prayer won't change anything. So I hope Nigeria and Nigerians win during Tinubu's 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle, right? I have the right to address Showore the way I like. You don't know what Showore did to me. So learn to control your emotion, right? That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. But if you don't want to control your emotion and you insult me here, I'm going to insult you 100%.
Okay.
You understand? You cannot insult me on a normal ground. Physically, you can't insult me, right? I will treat you like a child. If you insult me physically, I will handle you like a child. I don't care your age. Do you understand? You are powerful over the camera, so you can say whatever you want to say, but you can't yet say it to me physically. You understand? I will handle you like a kid.
Can we arrange the meeting ground? Can we arrange the meeting ground?
So learn to control your emotion. You understand?
Okay.
Please don't take him out. I also have a right to respond because he mentioned my name. There's no need to take him out. All you have to do is to meet them or something. And you're taking too long to admonish them.
Comment.
What did you say?
Comment.
I know, but he mentioned my name, so I'm asking to respond to him.
When he gets your time, then you make a...
No. He mentioned my name.
If you want to make it rowdy, I will take you out.
Take me out, you son of a bitch. Take me out. You think you're a big boy because you're moderating.
Take him out, please.
Hello, come on. Don't use such word now.
Don't forget, that state is now an oil-producing state. So they now have derivation, if you are not aware. So if you want to speak for anybody, please do not defend a character like Yabelo. Please do not.
Okay, let me respond to him. 1 second.
Do not defend a character like Yabelo. Do not.
All right, thank you, Mohammed.
The people of that state.
Can I respond to him?
No.
Then go to hell. Rudolph, go to hell.
All right.
Rudolph, I've never seen this part of him before.
Tinubu is a criminal, yes, of course, a categorical grade 1 criminal. The only person more criminal than Tinubu in Nigeria is probably Babangida. But he's a criminal, and is he fit for purpose? Absolutely not. Should Tinubu be the president of Nigeria? Categorical no. Is there a better option than him? That is subjective. So show me who he is.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo. It's November the 8th, 2025, and this is Have Your Say. All right, it's another Saturday, and I thank you all for joining us, and I appreciate your time. And today we are monitoring the election in Anambra State. We will talk to people in the state, hopefully, connections will go through. We'll talk to them and find out what's going on in the state as we speak and whether the results are being announced. We will also touch on the continuing discussion on Trump and Nigeria and how Trump has rattled the Nigerian political establishment. People are making new alliances and alignments, and we are going to talk about all the changes that are going on as a result of his intervention with a tweet in Nigerian affairs. Also, we saw this week, Anambra Kanu's case finally got to an end. He made a declaration in court where he blasted the judge and the Nigerian judiciary, and the judge now decided that on the 20th of November, Thursday, 28th, he will deliver judgment on that case of Anambra Kanu. So we have a lot of moving targets today, moving topics, and we will get to that. I appreciate all of you for joining me, and this will be an extended special show where we will touch on all those things and many more. So bear with us. Thank you again for joining me. Those on the comment section, we appreciate all of you. Please, if you are joining us, please like the show. You can like it and share it so that more people will see your viewpoint. This is a show for you. This is not really our show, it's yours. We give you the opportunity to air your view on issues in the news. So share it so that more people can see what you have to say about the situation in Nigeria. and Africa. We will touch on Africa when we can, but today is a lot of issues in Nigeria. So again, thank you for joining us, and welcome. Okay, so we have people in the studio already. We don't have much time to waste today. And those who are in the studio, turn your camera on. I will bring you in. Thank you, Mr. James, for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right, OC, thank you so much for being here.
I throw a salute to Alex.
Where are you there? You're in the sky.
I'm just taking a walk.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Che and Fidel. Okay, Jide, you changed your name. You're now Che and Fidel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Dr. Beverages. Yeah, I'm here early today. Yeah.
All right. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Rudolph.
All right. Okay, so I will still, while we are going to go to Anambra State as soon as we can get in touch with people who are there to give us current situation on the ground. But before then, let me come to you, James. I mentioned just 3 issues in the news: Anambra election, Trump's and genocide in Nigeria, which is ongoing, and then of course Nnamdi Kanu's judgment day that is coming, and the last performance he delivered in court. Anything else that you are following that you think is important? We just mentioned it because today we are not going to get to most things, but just mention it.
Nothing actually. But, I'm just interested in Trump's problems with Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Thank you. OC.
Yes, sir.
What have you been following? I see your articles. You write. I think you write like 3 times or 5 times a day. I don't know how you do it, but what are you following?
Well, I mean, I think all the issues you mentioned now are in the front burner. So just like everybody else, I've been tagging along those lines.
Okay. All right. Che and Fidel. What are you following? What is going on?
I have so much to talk about regarding Donald Trump's tweets on potential military intervention in Nigeria. Basically, the United States potential military intervention in Nigeria. I have so much to talk about, so much. Like, I need to unpack a lot of things. I feel like a lot of people are being misled. I feel like a lot of people are being misinformed. I also feel a lot of people are ignorant about what's going on. And I'm going to do my best to ensure that I not just provide my own opinion, but to provide real analysis, real contextual analysis of what's really going on and how it is very dangerous to our country. This is not a small news at all. It is very dangerous to our future. And I really would explain what is really going on. From an historical context, how they play this same playbook with other countries. Because this thing is not unique to Nigeria. The same playbook has happened in other countries. And I will explain how they are using the same playbook to destroy our country. But yeah, I'll just stop there for now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Chris, what are you following? What stories?
Well, I'm following this this genocide, but I don't see it as much as a genocide, more than a conquest project that is going on. I would allow you to state it in a way that is, in a way where situate it in its proper position. Fulani conquest program in Nigeria going on. That's what I think it should be.
Okay, thank you. Ovie, welcome to the show.
Wassalamu alaikum, ya Jama.
So what are you following? What story is important to you?
I've been following Jide closely.
All right.
I think I told him yesterday that he should come prepared. I'll be here for him. So
all right. All right. Thank you.
Don't you have a job that you're trolling me? I mean, what's this?
Thank you, everybody. We are going to start with that story of the continuing issue with Nigeria, of Trump, genocide, and how everybody is now reacting to that. I will play a video from an interview on Channels TV. Most of you have seen it, I hope. But sometimes we assume that people saw these things, but it may not be true. Let me play a little bit of that video, and then that will help us set up this conversation on what is going on with Nigeria. And I think this is the part where Gumi was answering questions.
It's peaceful. That's the hotspot. Plateau now is peaceful. Benue is peaceful. So why is Trump nosing into?
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said that Plateau is peaceful, Benue is peaceful, but there have been records of attacks lately.
When last did you hear about an attack? When last?
So for you, according to you, it's those states are peaceful.
When last did you hear of an attack? When last? The government is working very well.
All right. Let me.
Kaduna, look, Kaduna Abuja Road used to be the den of kidnapping. Now you can go freely even in the night.
Anyway,
so things are improving. As things are improving now, this man will just come and try to steer a problem with us within Nigeria.
Anyway, for Plateau State, for instance, sorry to interrupt you. I mean, Riyom, there was an attack recently in Riyom. So, I mean, Yelwata, even though we know that it happened quite even recently that was in terms of weeks back, I mean, in Benue State. So, I mean, to say that these areas are peaceful, for some Nigerians, they might just feel that this, of course, might not be, might be a bit out of place. But maybe I should just give you 30 seconds before I bring in my next guest. 30 seconds to respond.
That's not being microscopic in our analysis of what is happening in Nigeria.
It's microscopic.
On the macro.
All right, that was Gumi trying to say that things are okay. But we see all through the week, there were activities going on that showed that the establishment, they are panicking. This is one of them.
Let's see. This is village chief. Yes, sir. It's a village chief. Yes, sir.
All right, that was the Sultan of Sokoto visiting Bola Tinubu, the president, in Aso Rock to discuss some of the issues around what the pressure that the American government is putting on Nigeria. One of the issues that we are hearing now is that they also want to see Sharia law taken removed from the law books of Nigeria. That's one of the demands of the Americans, because Tinubu is making moves to reach them and say we are doing things about this, and they are adding conditions, saying that we don't want Sharia in Nigeria because it's not conducive. So also we know that our friend, I'm looking for that video, I think I have it somewhere, Akpabio was there was a story that Akpabio was challenging Trump. And Akpabio, it was a fake story. Akpabio on the Senate floor said, "Who am I to talk to Trump?" People are really, the establishment in Nigeria, they are worried about what might happen. So let's talk about that from different perspectives. This is a story that is not going to go away. Let me start with you, Mr. James. What is the new thing since last week?
I will try to limit what I'm going to say because somebody has promised to give a detailed analysis of the issue. I'm sure he's capable because I know him on this platform before. So I'm going to concentrate on just two things. First of all, the Nigerian military, from the look of things, they are already frightened because they are saying that even if the Americans are to come, they should come and collaborate with them to do whatever they want to do. It has a terribly serious implication, that collaboration. I'm going to explain it. And secondly, what should be done as a result of this problem? These are the two things I want to talk about. Please, if I'm consuming too much time, let me know so that I give other people a chance to talk. In the year 1980, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. As a result of the invasion, the Americans went there to help the Afghans to flush out the Soviets, and they succeeded in removing the Soviets. The Afghans later turned the guns on America. That was what happened in Afghanistan. In Iran, the Iranians had a battle with, had a war with the Iraqis during the days of Saddam Hussein. The Americans assisted Saddam Hussein to fight the Iranians. The war lasted 8 years or so, no winner, no vanquish. It was a stalemate. After the war, Saddam turned the guns on the Americans. Osama bin Laden was a US ally. After they finished their business, he turned the guns on the United States. Now, here are the people in Nigeria who have been terrorizing the whole of West Africa, now say they want to collaborate with the Americans. If they want to come, we'll collaborate with them. Let's work together. In the first place, the US military has given Nigeria sufficient assistance to fight this battle. They were reluctant to selling to Kanu jets. When they sold the jets eventually, I think they built a base somewhere in Georgia, I can't remember the place, and they formed a squadron to manage the jets. That alone is enough to solve this problem. But there are internal contradictions in Nigeria. Now, if the Nigerian military should collaborate with the Americans for this proposed invasion, at the end of the invasion, they must have learned a lot from American military tactics and maneuvers and what have you, get their weapons, and when they unleash the final horror on Nigeria, nobody can stand it. Because this is what happened in Afghanistan, it happened in Iraq, with Osama bin Laden, in Libya, and so many other places. So this is a game the Islamic terrorists are using to fool the Americans. And I hope the Americans will be able to read clearly between the lines. Now, the second aspect of what I'm going to say is, what should we do? We've had enough of the Fulanis in Nigeria. Let me call a spade a spade. In 1804, Sokoto Jihad of 1804, they came as colonialists. Just the way the British came, they came as colonialists and colonized the whole of northern Nigeria. Now, that era of colonialism needs to be addressed the way we address British colonialism of Nigeria. Because of the problems they have caused and the possibility of plunging the country into a war with the United States, adequate disciplinary measures must be taken against them. And what are these measures? When they conquered northern Nigeria, all the emirates were manned by Fulanis. This is the time to negotiate with them that the emirates should be given back to Hausa indigenes, the original owners of the place. Secondly, Kane Bonu Empire, the Safawa dynasty that lasted 1,000 years before the invasion, that dynasty should be returned. If they refuse to agree to this kind of conditions, then the Americans are free to come. If they agree that they are going to introduce meaningful changes, it can no longer be business as usual. Thousands of people have died because of just about 8 million people in the country. This is unheard of. You get the point I'm making? So the point is that it is time to call them to order. Obasanjo once suggested that if care is not taken, there's going to be a popular uprising in the country against the Fulanis. If it is time to break up the country, let us break it up peacefully. Because if the Americans should come, fight that war, Nigeria would never be the same again. Afghanistan was never the same. Korean War of 1953 to 50 something. The Korean War. Sorry, am I right?
The Korean War, yeah, you're right.
The Korean War was fought and Korea was never the same. Vietnam War was fought, Vietnam was never the same. Afghanistan was never the same. Iraq was never the same. Syria was never the same. Libya was never the same. Nigeria will never be the same. So this is the issue. They should be very careful. When the US military, they are coming, they decide to come, on no account should they collaborate with any Nigerian military officer because the institution is already compromised.
All right.
So
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. James, for that input. Let's see, Dr. Osi, you're next. We can hear you. Osi, you are muted. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Take me to backstage. Give other people the chance to be on board.
All right. Osi, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So thank you so much. I think I'll start with the little clip you showed where Sheik Gumi was saying something about the ongoing attacks that, in his own alternate universe, everything is all good and Nigerians are living happily ever after. I think, like I said, I think it just, that fantasy exists in its own alternate universe because that's not the reality of the average Nigerian, and certainly not the reality of those in Plateau and Benue axis that he mentioned who are daily, being annihilated, but that's what you get from some of these our countrymen and women who, in one way or the other, you just can't help than believe that they are benefiting from what is going on, But that's aside. Regarding the issue of Trump, his threat and what it pertains to Nigeria, a few points. One of the biggest controversy here is whether there's a Christian genocide, whether the Muslims are targeted, all those kind of stuff. I think there are two people can hold different positions and all of them can be correct. Those that talk about the fact that the Christians are targeted, of course that is true because we know that Boko Haram, ISWAP, and SARA and the rest of all those jihadi organizations, they didn't come for the economic gains. They came because they felt the need to Islamize Nigeria. That is basically their primary target. Now, if they engage in some other criminal activities to support this, that still doesn't take away from the fact that their target is to Islamize Nigeria. And if your target is to Islamize Nigeria, then naturally Christians and churches are going to be targeted. So there is no point. We have to acknowledge that fact, whether we like it or not. Now, those who make the argument that, it's not just Christians that Muslims are targeted, that is also correct. Even these jihadi organizations, I think one of the main reasons why ISWAP from Boko Haram was the fact that Boko Haram under Shekau was also targeting Muslims. Those of them that felt infidels or, who are not, they don't identify them as real Muslims, whatever their definition of real Muslims are. They're also being targeted, That's one. Then outside of the jihadi organizations, there are also alphabet soup of other criminal activities. Okay, that has nothing to do with religion, is not sectarian.
We lost Osi. Let's go to Che and Fidel. Jide, you're next.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Damages, for having me. Good to see everyone. Brother Chris, Jefferson, Honor Politics, OC, Brother Tony, and the other man. Good to see everyone, and those listening and those that are typing on the comment section. So I have a lot to say. I probably will not say everything the first time that I'm going to be talking, but one thing we need to understand, I'm going to be explaining everything going on right now, the situation with potential U.S. intervention in Nigeria from a geopolitical context. I'll try to make it as simple as possible so that everyone will understand what is really going on. So we need to understand that historically and even up till now, for the U.S. to intervene in any country in the world, historically, particularly since after the Second World War, and even potentially before that, they don't have any moral grounding. but they create a narrative to implement their foreign policy. I'll repeat it. They don't have any moral grounding, but they use a narrative to implement their foreign policy. They went into Vietnam, right, to liberate the South Vietnamese, or not, I think it's not the South Vietnamese, and that they were trying to stop communism, right? That communism was evil, right? And as a result of their intervention, they initially used one of them as a proxy, right, to create instability. Then they went in to invade that country when that didn't work, right? And they killed millions of people, right? And that's one example. We all know the example with Iraq. They said Saddam Hussein, that was even a client of theirs, right, to fight Iran. They said he was a dictator. He was an evil. He was an evil leader, right? I had weapon of mass destruction, and they were going to Iraq to spread democracy. We all know the story. They went to Iraq. They took out Saddam Hussein and created instability in Iraq, right? The same thing they did in many countries. We can give so many examples, right? So that is what they do. It's not a new thing. They go to a country, create a narrative, just like now they are creating a narrative in Nigeria that there's a Christian genocide, and we are all arguing about it, either it is true or it is not. That should not even be what we should be arguing about. That's the narrative. It is true or not is not their problem. There isn't that, but they don't have any moral grounding to intervene in Nigeria. That's the first point. The second thing I need to explain to everyone today is that Nigeria as a country right now, the Tinubu's government is a very interesting government. In as much as I criticize the Tinubu's government as very incompetent, irresponsible, that they're not capable of leading the country, we all agree on this panel that they're very incompetent, very irresponsible. Some of us can even say they are evil. The Nigerian government is moving slowly. They are still a client. Nigeria is still a client state of the US, but they are moving towards China in terms of economic relationship, economic diplomacy, economic what are they calling it? Cooperation with China. Nigeria joined BRICS Plus as a partner like 2 years ago, and I've been following that news for a while. What has been going on is, I think there was one European diplomat, I think it's a NATO diplomat, that made it clear on social media, and there are other evidence too, right? That if Nigeria could join BRICS as a partner, they would do everything to secede and divide Nigeria. I'm not the one making this up. Someone actually, a NATO diplomat mentioned it on social media, and there are other evidence to provide this. Nigeria joined BRICS partner, right? They joined BRICS partner. They became a partner of BRICS. That's number one. Number two, Nigeria is the biggest beneficiary. Some of us may know this, of one of the biggest beneficiaries of Chinese loans. Chinese loans, right? Chinese loans, infrastructural development, so many things. Now, how the money is being used, we can criticize the Tinubu's government. They're probably not using the money well, right? That's number two. Number three is Nigeria is now a voice. Nigeria is not an Arab country. That is not like South Africa. It's now a voice for the genocide, the genocide in Gaza, for the Palestinians. Tinubu, a few months ago, went to join an Arab summit to criticize the genocide in Gaza. That is very important. We need to, because before this, Nigeria was not really focused on. Now, 2 months ago, we saw what happened. I think it was 2 months ago, someone can correct me, last month, where our vice president went to the United Nations to criticize the US government and Israel for the genocide in Gaza. And a few days later, I repeat, a few days later, decided to create this narrative of Christian genocide. So we need to understand that Nigeria as a state, the US do not want Nigeria as a state. They see Nigeria as a threat, moving away towards Chinese influence. And they do not want that. So now they need to harden their grip on Nigeria. That's number two. Number three, this is very important. To see what is going on in the Sahel is not a small thing. The revolution in the Sahel, the coup that happened in the Sahel by Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso is an anti-imperialist coup, away from not just French influence, but even Western influence. They are trying to fight for their sovereignty, and they have moved towards Russia and China, both for security cooperation and for economic cooperation. We all know that. Now, it's probably, they still have terrorism going there. They are still fighting terrorism. They've not won the battle, but they are making progress. Now, Nigeria as a state, they need to use Nigeria. Could they potentially want to use Nigeria? Because last year, we need to follow this chain of story, right? Last year or 2 years ago, the US military requested that they wanted to have a base in Nigeria. And the northern elites pushed back and said no. In fact, I think the northern elites wrote a letter to the US, I think to Tinubu, that they should never bring in any US military base to our country just after Niger carried out a coup and they found the Sahel. The US wanted to establish a military base in Nigeria. I'm going somewhere with this. So now, that was rejected. The Nigerian government, which I give kudos to, they rejected it due to pressure. Now, they are still doing their best. Could they be doing their best to ensure that Nigeria is used as a pawn against these anti-imperialist Sahel states? Like we see in Ukraine. Look at this. I'll use Ukraine as an example. You see, Ukraine, before 2014, their leader was a non-alignment leader, right? It was I've forgotten his name now, but it was non-alignment leader. Then the US, they went to meddle, right? They went to meddle in Ukraine's political affairs in 2014. That led to the coup that made Ukraine to be a client state of the West, of the United States. And since then, Ukraine has been used as a pawn against Russia. Then the military invasion by Vladimir Putin in Russia to destabilize Ukraine. We can see the potential consequences of this. I'm not going to go further talking about that, but that's another point we need to consider. Another thing I would like to talk about is very quick. Is you see what's going on in Nigeria is exactly the same playbook that happened with both two major countries. There are other countries too, in a way, but there are two major countries I want to use an example from, we should learn from. One, they were able to liberate themselves from that, is Russia. The second is Yugoslavia. Russia, after Soviet Union collapsed and Russia became a state, they had an election. Boris Yeltsin was voted in as the prime minister of Russia. Now, what happened when Boris Yeltsin was prime minister of Russia was that Chechnya, which is part of Russia, they are Muslim, they are kind of like a Muslim majority like states, right, in Russia. They declared independence because we need to connect all these dots. I'm not going to connect it for everyone. Everyone can connect these dots. They immediately declared secession from Russia. They declared secession and they were causing instability in Russia. And that instability went for years. And as that instability was going on, Boris Yeltsin was a puppet of the United States, right? Was a puppet. The resources in Russia was being plundered, not just by the American, not just by multinational corporations, but also by elites in Russia. By elites in Russia, right? It was plundered. And also, there was complete instability in Russia. We all saw, and Russia was getting aids, IMF loans, World Bank loans within the 90s. That 90s time was a very devastating period for Russia. Chechnya was about to secede. They fought that war. They struggled to defeat the Chechnyans. And Islamic freedom fighters that were trained, that were from Afghanistan. I think it was Mr. Agenda mentioned about Afghanistan. Afghanistan, those people, those criminal jihadists, they went to Chechnya to cause instability in Russia, even though Russia was a client state to the United States. Now, that now led to the rise of Vladimir Putin. They now voted, Boris Yeltsin left power. That played a role in the rise of Vladimir Putin. He took power, he did everything he did as a leader. He corrected every of the gaps. He nationalized, they partially nationalized their resources. They kicked out IMF and World Bank. They paid off all their loans. Then they now went full on against the Chechnyans. The Chechen terrorists, not the Chechnyans. The Chechen secessionists and terrorists. I'm using that to say that the Chechen terrorists were linked to NGOs and the CIA. I'm not going to go into going deep into that. Now, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is what we need to learn from the most. There is a man in the 90s. He was leader of Yugoslavia. His name, Yugoslavia is just like Nigeria in terms of internal contradictions. You have different ethno-national states in Yugoslavia. Bosnia is a Muslim majority or has a significant Muslim population. The Croats, they are Christians. The Serbs, they are also Christians. But the Serbs are more or less like the anti-imperialist core of Yugoslavia. Now, Milosevic was in power, right? And Milosevic, he made a big mistake. He decided to move towards the Western influence. He started to get IMF loans, World Bank loans, IMF loans, you know, decided to involve themselves in Yugoslavian resources. At the same time, under Milosevic, CIA started to, and other institutions, other foreign and Western institutions, decided to back terrorist groups, Islamic freedom fighters in Kosovo, basically called Kosovo today, and other parts of Bosnia. Jihadists, they moved from Afghanistan, from Chechnya, they are all connected. They moved there to create instability. Then they blamed it, guess who they blamed it on? They blamed it on Milosevic. That Milosevic is a dictator. He's incompetent, he's evil, you know, he's killing his own people. You guys can connect the dots. I hope you guys are able to connect the dots. I'm not saying Tinubu is a good government, Tinubu's government is good in any way, but you guys should be able to connect the dots. Now, the National has to fund them, train them to create instability, to kill thousands of people, right? Then they use that as a narrative in 1999 under Bill Clinton to go and bomb Yugoslavia. They ousted Milosevic. He was subjected to ICC, despite the fact that Milosevic was a neoliberal stooge. They bombed Yugoslavia and they seceded Yugoslavia. That's a very important point. This is exactly what the chain of what happened in Yugoslavia is currently the chain going on right now in Nigeria. Now, I need to talk about something. It's very important. This
okay, you have 2 more minutes because
yes,
have to get to
yeah. One more point. I'll keep talking more, but I'll give this last point. Now, I'll talk about this point. You see, I need everyone to understand this. We don't have anywhere else to go to, even if some of us live abroad. That country, either we are Igbo, Yoruba, or any ethnic group, that country is our country. I have 2 minutes. I'll just talk about this. That country, that place called Nigeria, whatever name it is our land, it's our ancestral land. If we allow a foreigner, a foreign country that has an history of the worst atrocities in humanity since Second World War to come and save you, then, in fact, we are moving towards our own self-destruction. I'll stop there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jide. Let's hear from Chris. There are so many questions, things you raised, but I will not touch on that because that will mean you speak more. Let's hear from Jide, from Chris. Chris, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm coming out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You know, this is have your say. I would have. Yeah, this is have your say. I would have loved to have join issue with those fallacies this guy said. Just found it now. But let me just leave it. So let me just leave it and go to what I want to say. I want you to frame this as planning. What is it called? Colonization program. Okay? And I give you reasons and I give you evidence. Okay? Now, you know, this Fulani colonization effort started 1804. They stopped it at, the TV people stopped it when they are marching down south. And then the Britain came and took over. After the independence, the Ahmadu Bello said, this Nigeria will be their own father's estate. And they have been pursuing this project ever since. Now, how are they doing it? Islam is their religion of conquest, just the same way as Christianity is the religion of conquest for the Europeans. In northern Nigeria, you have about 60 to 70% government leadership attributed only to one ethnic nationality, the Fulanis. In recent time, Bala Muhammad said that their intention is to bring all the Fulanis and place them in Nigeria. And that is happening. Buhari, when he assumed the office, went to the, in fact, before they assumed the office, actually, before, if it were just to people to help them, I made it this clear yesterday. If the problem of the APC at that time was to bring people to come and vote for them, they could have opened the Kwara State, get the Yorubas from Benin Republic to come and vote for them. They didn't do that. Instead, they went to Mali, they went to Burkina Faso, they went to faraway places, bringing the Fulanis to come into Nigeria. And when they came, they are asking people to give them lands to settle them. That when people refused, then they started this violence. Now, when you hear that Muslims are killed, yes, of course, the people that own the land in the north, some of them are Muslims, but they are not Fulanis. So they will be killed in order to take land from them. Then again, I want people to understand that this project, as long as Nigeria is intact, it will not stop, because they have this thing, every right to continue the project. So if America comes in today, so if America is coming in because they don't like what is happening in Nigeria, there's a lot of killings in Nigeria, then they must have to review their policies on Nigeria to make sure that Nigeria can never be just one entity. And even if it survives as an entity, the nationalities within Nigeria must be allowed to operate and a very large autonomy on their own. So if, from what I'm looking at, if it is just to come and bomb the terrorists, it's not going to work. It's not going to solve the problem of Nigeria, because, like the change said, he told the children, just when they pour hot water, to tell them to just keep calm. Anything that is hot will definitely go down. So, as of now, the Fulanis, their militia men are somehow, hiding in places where they may not be found. But more important is also, recently, Sultan of Sokoto had a meeting with all the elites of the northern extraction and told them that their job is to ensure that anybody who is going to rule Nigeria must come through the north. Must come through the north. Even if a southerner or anything, they must come through the north. In other words, the Fulani has to give them the blessing. Now, when you come to colonization, colonization does not mean when, after all, when Britain came, to colonize Nigeria, they were using, I know I only have for 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I have to make sure everybody now.
Okay, no problem. But I just want to make this clear so that you understand it. That the colonization that is happening in Nigeria does not necessarily mean that the Fulanis will be ruling. But if you look at the DPOs, the commissioners, the all important positions in Nigeria are held by these people. And they can use it to decide who and who becomes what and what in that country. So that is what I'm trying to explain to people about their colonization efforts. Anyway, I will leave now because I will go at the background, listening at the background. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chris. Let me just inform everybody. Moving forward, I'll give 5 minutes to everybody so that we can. A lot of people are interested in this topic, and more people are coming in. We can get everybody involved. Paul, you're next.
Okay, yeah, thank you, and good morning. Yeah, Doctor, let me start from a different place completely. After the independence, Wolowo understand the things that the so-called British people, the colonial master did and everything. So Awolowo tried to chase them away because Awolowo also have good knowledge about the way they operate. These people, they still remain in Nigeria like they remain in other places. You know, Ikeja, Victoria Island, the junior officers, Apapa. Then Apapa, we used to call it European quarters and everything. So Awolowo systematically tried to chase them away, that is practicing his culture. They play music, they make noise and everything. That's how white people move to Jos. When you hear that, oh, we used to have a lot of white people in Jos systematically. And these people understand very well that the Yorubas are well educated. They already have this Western education. The Southeast people also have this Western education and the likes. So when the Northerners took power, the first thing they told them, they said, you can put a Yoruba man, you can give them palm sec, you can give them anything, people from the South, but never give them power. And these people hold that thing so strong. Sometimes we might see it from the place of the Biafran war, that, oh, because of the Biafran war, that's why they try to punish the Igbo. But even anytime a Southerner rule, good luck Jonathan, they punish him. Even as fail as Tinubu can fail, they are still hard on Tinubu. They also hard on Obasanjo, other than Obasanjo was strong enough. So that on its own is also playing its course. So naturally, if you want to put together, these people are we are just not one. You know, I will go back to places like Singapore, what Lee Kuan Yew said. When the people from Malaysia curse them that they are dirty people, they spit everywhere and everything. And Lee Kuan Yew say, never again. If you are privy to go to Singapore, you can't even chew gum, chewing gum, because they don't want you to put it on the floor. Say, never again. We will never take this insult. And Singapore is one of the most beautifulest places in the world today, just because of one of their own tribe insult them that they are dirty people and everything. So there are multiple layers to what is going on in Nigeria. And it is the British people that told these Northerners, you understand, don't give these people power because they are way ahead of you. You understand? Let them walk under you. You can feed that subject very well, but don't give them power. So anytime power comes to the South, they fight for it. For example, Tinubu is trying to create one state. Do you see all the old headache that is going on and everything? For the history of Nigeria, it's only the Northern that creates states. Even if Tinubu will want to leave this memory to his own name, that say, I even created states, sometimes we may not even see the big picture, because Tinubu is not like Lee Kuan Yew. The Southerners are not like Lee Kuan Yew to first understand first thing first, love of a nation. Doctor, if our leaders put to the North and the South, if we had learned how to love ourselves very well, it will be hard for an outsider to come and cause this divide and conquer. You understand? But when we are suffer, when we are like second feeder in our nation, it is easy for somebody to convince me to destroy the next community to my place. You understand? Some part in the Southeast, they'll say, oh, our first daughter don't marry to an outsider, but somebody will come from America, they'll give it to him. But somebody from Imo will not marry to an Anambra girl. So when our first daughter, daddy, they go outside. Those funny things, that love is still not there. But I will say it before Doctor kicked me out. Trump is not coming to Nigeria to bomb any Nigeria to come catch any terrorists. Tinubu made mistake with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. They make that funny mistake to say, oh, the tariff did not really affect us and everything. And they see all these things with all the things that we keep refusing, this relationship, another big elephant again on the table, the rare earth magnet. That is what China is using to cut deals with America over this tariff thing that is going on between China and the US. And they understand that this rare earth, not like China have all those things on their soil. They get all these things in the sub-Saharan Africa and other places. So they are trying to hit China where it will go hard. That's why you see China come outside first to kick against what US want to do in Nigeria, because US is hitting them hard with the rare earth magnet. And another way around, it might even favor Nigeria because it is the governors and the big men in the north that is making this money. This money is not going to federal government. It's not going to Nigerian posts. And another way around, when you look what Tinubu said the other day, when Tinubu talked briefly about this thing that is going on, he said the bond is oversubscribed, over 2-point-something billion. He's indirectly talking to Trump. Oga, we'll come buy weapon. So when we buy weapon from that 3 plan and everything, Trump will praise Tinubu. That's what Trump know how to do. They'll come buy an expensive weapons and everything. Everything will just go down. Trump don't like us as we think. If Trump like Christians, they will never punish the Latinos. They are all Christians. All the Hispanic people are all Christians. We are getting 3 months visa. If you will punish people, open the door so that we'll go like the Afrikaners who will come to the US since they are killing Christians. It will not happen.
All right,
so
thank you, Paul.
People, take it easy. Nothing will happen.
All right, thank you, Paul. Let's hear from Jefferson. Jefferson, 5 minutes.
I don't say jump in, but I'll let it slide. It's all right. Can you hear me? Good morning and good evening, everyone. I heard today's submission. You know, I just begin to laugh. I'm not here to bash anybody, but most times we try to become political juggernauts and the best of analysts, and so far. But this is the reality of ground here. You know, Nigerians are not stupid, and people have been watching things over the years. You see, whether we like it or not, an external intervention has to happen. Yes. You say, oh, we should not, that Nigeria is our central land. Is this not our land? Think about it. Even within the Nigerian state, other Nigerians will go to other places to invest and live their life. But yet, we carry tribalism and the influence of the government to destroy their properties or kill them for what they stand for. So what are we talking about? And this has been happening for years. And then someone is crying out for intervention. Okay, the government are supposed to protect life and property. They cried out. The people have been crying out, but yet they have been using it as a political tool. And then you now come out and say, oh, we should not allow external people to come in. Now you keep on saying that America, that when they go and invade, that it's not the country doesn't get better off when they invade. Okay, fine. I want to ask a question. It's very good that we need to answer here. Was Trump the president when all those multiple invasions was taking place? Was he the president?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. It was not. Okay. Can I answer? Okay.
You understand? Okay, go ahead and answer that question.
That's a very good question.
Okay. Mr. Moderator, do you want him to answer or not? Or let me just.
No, it's your time. It's your time. If you want him to, your time is going.
No, you know how to.
Dr. Damages, can I answer?
No, it's up to 2 of you. Your time is going.
I'm willing to answer. I'm going to answer.
Let's answer quick so that we say.
Yeah. So there are many ways the U.S. wages war around the world. It could be either direct invasion or proxy war. Under Donald Trump, proxy war was going on, and they dropped huge amount of bombs on Yemen, right? Under Donald J. Trump. Yeah, so let me finish my conclusion. Let me finish.
I'm not supposed to hear me. You see, there's a give and take situation here. You understand? Whether we like it or not, there is terrorism that happen on a major scale. The one that I'm even waiting for on this panel, but let me just keep it silent. You know, most times if you notice, since that October 7th situation till now, they have been pushing the narrative of Palestine. But if you are going to do historical context and find what is going on, even the people are even beginning to realize that Palestine is not a real place. And it was never mentioned even in the Quran that people behaved in. But I don't want to scatter this platform today. I'll keep that discussion for another time.
Okay, can I finish my answer? Yeah, that's a good point. Should I finish my answer?
Okay,
you want to listen to my answer? Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. So yes, you are very correct. Trump did not directly invade another country. But under his watch,
sorry,
there were proxy.
Show me that timer. You are showing me timer.
Your time is going.
Can I finish? Okay. Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this. But everywhere they try to fight terrorism, they failed. The people that, I'll give Syria as an example, real quick. Syria, they were supposed to cooperate with Russia and China to fight the terrorists in Syria in 2014, early 2014. Guess what happened? They failed. The US failed. Russia and China, they collaborated with Iran to defeat an Hezbollah, to defeat ISIS and Al-Qaeda, and keep Bashar al-Assad in power.
But then, who was the president? It was Obama. Obama left presidency 2016. You are talking of 2014.
No. So 2014 to 2018.
Let me open my submission. Please, I don't mean to do this. So the bottom line is that whether we like it or not, our people were not matured enough. Even after Trump made that declaration on Twitter twice, and then I'll be speaking through the defense secretary and all that, there is still issues happening. There are still killings going on. And then look at the likes of Gumi coming on the national television, trying to justify why they should handle the issue of these bandits with kit glove on our face. So that means other Nigerians don't have any right to say anything. Look, nobody, I keep on saying this, nobody has monopoly of violence. Nobody. But this is not the point. If you want to have a country, we need to sit down and have a consensus and discuss and bring these issues on ground and let us live peacefully. We can solve it. This problem is not hard, though. It's not hard. It can be solved in a snap of a finger like this. But and then sorry, before I finish, it is not by accident that the Sultan of Sokoto is going to Aso Rock. How many times he doesn't go there? But why is he going there in this critical time? He's not telling there is fire on the mountain. There's fire on the mountain with our nation. Because we're doing what is right from the beginning. There won't be any room for anybody. There won't be any room for for them to be in chaos. So let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us face the reality as it is. I rest my case.
All right, thank you, Jefferson.
Thank you, Jefferson.
Yeah, let me go to Ovie. 5 minutes, Ovie. You are starting now.
Even me to 5 minutes. Anyway, let me start. Let me say in the future one. Jide, I want to say thank you. Thank you for two obvious reasons. Me personally, I respect people that learn and teach from history. So I give it to you from that. And two, I think Nigeria is at a crossroad. And we are supposed to be having debate regarding where the country is and what it's facing right now. We are at a crossroads in the sense that we stand a chance to take a step forward towards our total sovereignty or 60 years backward. It's up to us, even though we are not in sync with our elites, rightly so. But I think our conversation should be along those lines rather than name callings and insults and personal story and all that. And to those people who still don't understand what times we are, I always quote Bob Marley, right? Some people, everybody focuses on wanting power, but they don't know what time is it. In the words of Adam Smith, there's a group of people that he classified as masters of mankind. Those people who are in charge of factors of production, things that literally makes the world goes round. And whether we like it or not, those men are on the move again. And whether we like it or not, Nigeria is a hosting state for the Third World War that is unfolding. History, as Jide already started with, if you go back to, there's a document I would advise everybody to go and read, NSC 68. It's called National Security Council 68. That was the policy the American people put forward to contain the Soviet Union in the 60s. There is another one that is out. It is called Strategic Competition and Integrated National Power Act. And it's solely to contain the advancements of China. I will read 3 lines from each. In the 60s, they tagged the problem, whatever they were after us, the issue that face us are monumental, involving the fulfillment or destruction of the free world. In today's document, the United States is in generational competition. Victory requires mobilizing every tools of national power. In the 60s, there's a defeat of a free institution anywhere is a defeat everywhere. According to them, Nigeria is a free democracy, it's an institution of theirs. Today's paper said technological dominance by the CCP, that's China, anywhere, threatening US security everywhere. In the 60s, they say, call for dynamic step beyond containment. We all know what that means. And today they are saying, call for offensive industrial policy beyond deterrence. I always use Olympic sports to analyze my politics because presidential elections are like Olympic sports. And during an Olympic year, apart from states, they gather to host, cities they host. Beginning of this year, I talk on. I say Ukraine and Russia now hosting state for the Third World War. When they usher in, when they threw away a bomb for Iran, I say Iran has taken a step to host another leg of the Third World War. And guess what? Whether we like it or not, Nigeria is an hosting nation for the Third World War. A part of blessing or a curse is all up to us. It is not about Christian or Muslim. It's about interior, it's about battery engine, it's about our resources. And as Jide rightly said, we are $42 billion in debt and are 50-50. If we go against China, our seaport in Lagos is gone. Examples there. If we go against America, we all know what that means. Our life will never remain the same again. So the choice is up to us. Our elites have walked us step by step into this trap, whether we like it or not. The next 10 years will not remain the same again, and Nigeria will never remain the same again. It's up to us who are alive today. And we should thank our stars. We can debate ourselves further into a trap, or we can debate ourselves out of it. But it's all up to us. We can argue or disagree we want. The dice have been cast, it is rolling. They are on their way. The choice is up to us.
All right, thank you, Ovie.
Thanks, Ovie. Thank you.
Tony,
so can I come in?
Tony, you are next.
Greetings, Dr. Damages, and greetings everybody on the platform. I won't speak for long, hopefully. I will start by saying that it's unfortunate that Nigeria is going through this type of, I call assault, in the bad news for all sorts of things. And this time, the issue of genocide or no genocide. And it's unfortunate that as Nigerians, instead of facing the reality of our situation, a lot of us have been involved in all kinds of dialogue that I think does not help the Nigerian situation. First of all, let me address the issue of genocide. Is there genocide in Nigeria? I think to understand that, we need to understand the definition, international definition of genocide. What is genocide? I think it's important because it will help us, it will help to guide our understanding of what genocide is. Now, this is one definition of genocide. Genocide is the intentional act to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. And there are two key words there: intent and action. Now, I would just want to read a few quotes here so that people can make up their mind. Now, and first of all, I want to start with our president, then in opposition. In January 29, 2014, he wrote in his Twitter handle, and I quote, "The slaughtering of Christian worshippers is strongly condemnable. It calls to question the competence of Jonathan to protect Nigerians," unquote. This is Tinubu writing when he was on. Mark the three key words that he used: the slaughtering of Christian worshippers. Now, I move over. In 2020, The new INEC Chairman, Professor Joash Amupeto, in writing a legal brief, it was titled Legal Brief, Genocide in Nigeria, the Implications for the International Community. And this is what he wrote. It is a notorious fact that there is perpetration of crimes under international law in Nigeria, particularly crimes against humanity, war crimes, and genocide, unquote. And he specifically mentioned that the victims are mainly Christians and majority ethnic groups in Nigeria. And then he urged the international community to stop what he called pogrom and attacks against the Christians and the minority groups in Nigeria. On February 27th, 2020, now our Lai Mohammed, the information minister and culture at the time, was addressing a press conference in Abuja. And then he was speaking about the insurgency by Boko Haram and ISWAP. This is what he said, part of what he said. Now, he was talking about the insurgents, have recently started targeting Christians and Christian villages for a specific reason, which is to trigger a religious war and throw the nation into chaos. Now, recently on Trust TV, an APC stalwart, Senator Adamu Garba, said, and I quote, "When you look at the number of people who have been killed over time in Nigeria, in villages, sleeping in their homes, defenseless, then what can you call it? It's nothing but pure genocide." Now, I can go on and on and on and on, because of time, that people have said. Now, if you look at all those quotes, you look at what the authority said to the president, look at what Catholic Bishop of Makurdi Diocese, Bishop Anambra said, and you look at Pastor Buba, you look at Reverend Ezekiel Dachumo, people who are affected in one way or the other by all these things, and people who have seen it. You cannot just conclude, looking at videos and what they say, that there is a systemic, deliberate, intentional action to exterminate either an ethnic group or a religious group, by a particular set. Keeps on reoccurring, and government seems not to be in a position or incapable to do it. So when people begin to blame government of complicity, or the agents of government, of complicity, even when intel is given, even when information is given, again, you cannot but conclude that there is a targeted attempt at eliminating Nigerians. So now, if the government has shown incapacity to save Nigerians, and someone comes in to say, listen, we can't tolerate this thing anymore, particularly somebody who has also been helpful in helping us to fight terrorism, I think that is, for me, a tonic to ginger Nigerians, to ginger the government, to nip this thing in the bud. And if the government has failed to do it over the years, I think the government has itself to blame. And I just want to stop there because my time is up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Uche, you are next.
Okay, am I coming clear?
Yes.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Mr. Ludo, good evening. Mbedoma.
Nice to have you.
I'm speaking from the land of people. Today I'm not in Denmark, today I'm in Italy. I have to start in this way because when somebody pray, he expected his prayer to answer. Today, our prayer either is answered or is on the way, very close to answer. I'm going to throw a question to all of us. Nigerians, people at the comment, people that will hear this message later and now, a foreigner like a Fulani will come into Nigeria and kill people. But you say the foreigner like Donald Trump will not come and remove the Fulani. Answer the question and the reply. Foreigner and the foreigner want to do it. So they should go ahead and do it. We should go back and think and remember. Who bring this or who dropped this statement when journalists ask him question? That the Fulani is the people who was given allegation they killed a daughter of a former affirming. Your president today, he answered, where is the cow? Where is the cow? That means he don't believe that the Fulani kill people. I will come again and he said, when Biafrans go to Donald Trump, either Donald Trump or his team, and beg him, please come and rescue us. The Christians, we are suffering in this hand of rulers. And the Nigerian government will go at the back and they carry heavy money, big money. Go and beg, please, we need to move to these people. They should not talk. We are dealing with them because these resources is in their land. Don't allow them to talk. Are you talking to foolish people that cannot think? White man reason than black people. The white people reason. They have common brain. Their brain is working. So when you keep on doing it, one day they will say, you are the problem. You're coming with the money to bribe us. Problem. We have to deal with this issue. And we said, we should understand this. Anybody here decide or clamoring of this one Nigeria, you should accept this killing. When they come to your family, to your house, accept it with the full mind. Accept it. This is what one Nigeria brought. We don't want one Nigeria. That is why we said we don't want this killing. In our local language, we call it Mando. Mando. What is the meaning? The beauty of life. As you are seeing me now, we answer the Mando. Mado. Mado. That is language. Beauty of life is more than gold. And I have to say this. Any gospel we read here, if the Natron people did not come, now they will come later. Bear it in mind. One thing I know about white people, when they tell you they will do it. I know them. Work with them for years. They will do it. Forget about the stories and all the comments from somewhere. And I will say this. Who gathered the fake Christian can? Who gathered them during his campaign? Who gathered the fake Christian can? You don't want the men can people to come and represent and tell you whether we will support you in your campaign to be a president or not. You don't want. You went and the rent.
All right, so I think Uche's connection is frozen, and we will leave it at that and go to Sully. Welcome to the show. You are next.
Yes, so my time starts now. It's 5 minutes, right?
Yes.
So let me start with the Anambra election. I was utterly disappointed, but it's not something I wasn't expecting. I was just disappointed. They say Igbos, they vote with their conscience. So when I keep on telling you guys, this is not a tribal thing.
No, hold on, Sally. Can you leave that? It's coming up as a next topic. So let's.
Okay. So what is the current topic?
This one we are talking about Trump, the continuation of the Trump.
Okay. So do I start my 5 minutes now?
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. All right. So Now, you see, any Yoruba person, especially our Yoruba so-called elders, that comes here and tries to give you statistics and explanation and defense, you know, always trying to use this kind of subtle defense, where they will try to do soft denial, which is just a way of defending Tinubu at the end of the day. Trust me, they are just defending Yoruba presidency. They are not defending the people. They don't care about the resources. They just want Tinubu to continue in second term. I don't know what kind of psychological issue is going on with them, you know, but they are going from platform to platform telling you, oh, they destroyed Libya. What about Germany? What about South Korea? What about Japan? Look, the Russians have taken the Sahel, whether you like it or not, they've taken it. These people are coming back to divide Africa again like before, and Russia and China are trying to participate. USA is trying to go in for their own interest, but who gave them the permission? Who gave them the reasons? It's still Nigerian government. Tinubu said it was a Christian genocide. FFK said it was a Christian genocide. Lai Mohammed said it was a Christian genocide. These people carried themselves to US. They were the first people to create this narrative. So why are people coming out and blaming other people, you know, trying to say, oh, they are trying to, you know, it's the opposition. Some of them even said that it's Igbo people that went to go and meet senators, paid senator, US senator, and lobbied them millions of dollars, right? The Igbo community came together and were lobbying millions of dollars to be paying American senators. Like, the kind of crazy things this my tribe used to come up with, and they'll say, oh, we are the most educated. You know, I just think most of them are just educated fools. They just went to school, they passed school, but when it comes to reasoning, they don't know how to do common reasoning. They don't know how to have foresight. You know, they just know how to crunch numbers. So, yes, they are coming to Africa again, and they've given these people, how many days has it been to do something about it? You know what the government has done? They've done protests against America. They went to their army Twitter and started posting 9 months old picture. Twitter, the Twitter app now started showing everybody that these people are complete liars. All the people that wrote, even this current INEC chairman, he wrote the best article explaining legally why it is a Christian genocide, from Nigerian law to ECOWAS law to international law. He wrote everything. But now is our INEC chairman represented to rig the next election. You know, so why are you blaming other people for saying it's a Christian genocide when your president was the one that brought up that thing in the first place and gave it to the USA? You have given them a reason, and nobody should tell me that they are coming for resources. And the Chinese people are the ones responsible for most of the illegal mining, which means they are the ones enabling the terrorists, because they need to get you out of your community to take that resource in the first place. So are you telling me that because the Chinese built some infrastructure, it is worth human lives? Is that what you're telling me? It's just common sense and statistics and probability. You wipe out people's families, you wipe them out in millions, you leave their children or their nephews or their cousins. One of them, statistically, based on the laws on probability, will surely report to an international community because they want revenge. Not everybody is soft like you that will stay outside and be patriotic from outside Nigeria. People want revenge. Their families they have nothing to lose. You've taken everything away from them and you wipe them out in millions. So statistically, you've increased that probability. It's just common sense. Some of them say they're educated, but I don't used to see the education work in reality. You know, I don't see it. Maybe you are educated, maybe you went to go and study music, or you went to go and study fine arts or something. I was the best student in my physics class. So when it comes to probability, none of you know it more than me. So you just always disappoint and continue to put us in more and more trouble. Look at our society. Look at Ogun State. We have the worst road. Why are you not protesting about it? Why are you not talking? Is any opposition there? Is any Igbo governor there? You say hold your local government accountable, hold your government, and we held our own accountable. And you know we can't, but you are just a mischievous, evil person. This is why I don't want Yoruba nation. Because I know that you old people that have refused to die, you want us to suffer that we suffered. By fire, by force. I don't know what kind of wicked elders we have in this community. Me, I call them Agbaya. You know, it's only because people don't know the meaning of Agbaya. I call them elders, but these people are Agbaya. So thank God. Once USA has compiled all your information, if you follow some RICO cases, especially the people that live in America, if you follow some RICO cases, all these people that are coming to defend the government, do you know that you are just adding yourself into the file that they already have? Because they will add you in part of their RICO case. Do you know? But Nigerians don't know. They are so used to disorderliness. They are so used to inefficiency. Government is so incompetent that they've not done anything about it because they think they are dealing with protesters. You know, when they've had too much absolute power, they've become intoxicated in foolishness and stupidity, which is putting them in more trouble. Trump may not come. He may sign a deal with Tinubu. We don't know. Or Trump may come. And if one US soldier step foot on that Nigerian soil, the whole election that you are trying to lie, gaslight, blame other tribes, cause tribalism, destroy the whole neighborhood, steal funds, will mean nothing because they will hunt you like dogs. They are not, if they set foot on Nigeria, they are not coming to come and negotiate. They are coming to come and wipe you, your friends, and your family out. Hopefully, majority of these old people, because I'm tired of them.
All right, thank you, Sully. I just want you to know that you shouldn't worry. If you stay long enough, they will all die off. They have nowhere to go but to die. Old people will die, and young people will get old. All right, let's see. Odumodu, you're next. Welcome to the show. You have 5 minutes. Hopefully, next round I will reduce the time so that there are more people coming in, so that we can get to other topics. All right, go ahead. Your time starts now. Odumodu, can you hear me? You're muted. Can you unmute yourself? Or let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good. Welcome.
Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thanks to all the panelists. So I'm here today. I mean, I've been listening to your program, but I'm just coming today to chip in some words. I will not use up the entire 5 minutes, so I just have a few words to say. I think we as Nigerians, we should actually be shameful of what is going on. So we're all human beings. People are dying in numbers in the north and in central Nigeria. There are ID camps everywhere. And our government is not doing anything to address this. So those of us that are campaigning for sovereignty of Nigeria should actually do demonstrations and all the international community to pressure the Nigerian government to address this mass killing. So this is against humanity. So these are crimes against humanity. So if you want to know more, you can look at, there's I think it's an American webpage actually, Truth Nigeria. So if you go there and you look through what they have in their gallery, you'll be shedding tears if you're a human being. I think that's all I have to say, Rudolph.
All right. Thank you so much, Odumodu, for that. Let's go to you, Aunt Ready. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
I think whether genocide or Shungo genocide, Ahmadiyya genocide, whatever genocide, no one deserves to die. That's the fact. Connecting the dot to not connecting the dot to conspiracy theorists to Nigeria. The fact is, there's the saying my dad normally says. He says, if they carry somebody else's dead body, it will look like a firewood to you. Until they carry your own person's dead body, then it becomes something real. These people are being killed. They don't care where the help comes from. Their own governments have failed them for over 16 years. I don't care if America comes and take all the wealth in Nigeria. Who does it benefit? Does it benefit the common man? No. Nigeria, as presently constituted, does not benefit the common man. These people are who are the people running everywhere now, looking for ways to calm America and Donald Trump down? The elites. An average Nigerian on the street does not even care what's happening because it does not affect him. The people who are benefiting from Nigeria are the ones who are screaming, saying there's no genocide. So if America wants to come and take their own share from the share of what the elites are taking, they should come and take it and free these people who are being killed so that they can, go back to their farms. These natural resources, mineral or whatever, has any one of us, have we seen any gold? We've not seen any. The Chinese will go pay Ministry of Solid Mineral, give them their own, their pockets, and then they take it. We've not seen it. They don't even process anything in Nigeria. They take. I went to Ajakuta steel industry one time when I was in the university. Went to Ajakuta steel industry. People are being paid to stay in Ajakuta steel industry for doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. That place is a ghost town. So if they want to come and even take the iron ore, let them come and take it. We need people to be free. You make yourself, you're a host to World War X or World War V if you make yourself vulnerable. India has a neutral foreign policy. Why didn't Nigeria copy that? You make yourself vulnerable, people can come in, take whatever they want to take. There's consequences for every action. The action Nigerian leaders took is they have to face the consequences. If Donald Trump want to come and wipe out all of them, he can come. After all, they don't even know us. We ran away from that country because the country does not work. So anybody who is claiming of one Nigeria today, you should go back to Nigeria and be one there. Why are you here? If Nigeria was working with, are we going to be here? For Christ's sake, there's nothing called one Nigeria. Let's be frank. Nigeria can never be one. These people over there in the north, they have different culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't bring people with different ideas and ideology together and expect them to live in peace. It's impossible. It's impossible. We have Muslims in the west, in southwest of Nigeria. Have you heard of any one of them killing as a result of blasphemy? No. But it happens in the north. So I think at some point there have to be disorganization for reorganization to happen. So at this point, Nigeria has to disorganize for Nigeria to reorganize again, for a new Nigeria to be born, of which it might not be in Nigeria anymore. It might be southern Nigeria and northern Nigeria. It might be different. The east goes, the west goes, north central. Like it might but there should be some disorganization because Nigeria, as constituted, does not work for anyone. No one. Forget the conspiracy theory. Even if the conspiracy theory is even working, it should work for the benefit of the people who are being killed. They should come and disorganize Nigeria so that those people can be free. Then every one of us go suffer. Thank you.
All right. You aren't ready. We are ready. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Ugwa. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Rudolph, I'm really impressed. You pronounce my name very well. That's brilliant.
I'm never good at names, but thank you so much.
Yeah, that's good. I want to ask for your indulgence to give me a little bit more time than usual. This is because I consider myself a Northerner because I was born there, I grew up there, and I've lived there for more than 30 years. So I know the story, and I'm a witness to what is happening. I really appreciate the contribution of Tony, the contribution of UN Ready, but most especially the contribution of Odumodu. It's about the stories and the question if this constitutes a genocide. I don't know. I mean, there are a few people on this panel, maybe it's that Femi or so, that keeps laughing when people make contributions about their frustration. I find that, and it's not a personal attack, but I find that very insulting and condescending. If he had lived among these people, if he had experienced what they've experienced, if he has been able to feel their pain, he wouldn't be talking about geopolitics. I know a lot about geopolitics. I'm not daft to that, but I'm telling you, you need to hear the stories. They are heartbreaking. They are gut-wrenching. It's the most unfortunate thing that will have ever happened. The story of the Nigerian minority is the most saddest story. If this was happening in any other major tribe, say the Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, Nigeria will have broken up since long time ago. These people have endured the worst. I'll give you a brief story. Just I've told a few people in the panel before. I've worked there, and the things I've seen. I don't want to talk about my childhood and how all the religious crisis and the buying of multiple Christians. The issue with the northern Nigerian Christian is that it's not about their tribe. They constitute many tribes from Jaba to Kataf to Biron. But it's about their identity. Tribe is different. A northern Nigerian minority identifies himself as a Christian. To them, their identity is a Christian. And so in northern Nigeria, you've got two major identities. Either you're a Christian or you're a Muslim. And it's always a fight between a Christian and a Muslim. But what is currently happening and what has happened over the last 20 years is a calculated attempt at extermination of the northern Nigerian Christian. And if nothing is done urgently, in the next 20, 30 years, we'll start asking ourselves, what did we do when all this was happening? It's the worst atrocities. You just don't want to know. From tearing up, I don't want to be graphic, so I'm very careful. Pregnant women, bringing out children, smashing neonates, fetuses' head on the wall, killing people in cold blood. It's the most unfortunate thing. And these things constitute ethnic cleansing. Something needs to be done. All this politics, Nigeria is trying to deny it. It annoys me to my God. It's the most annoying and frustrating thing that I've ever had. Now, apart from that Christian genocide, I want to talk about our country as a whole. For me, I feel this is an epidemic of idiots. We are all idiots. It's an idiot, very stupid country. The reason why I say that is you find people coming out with a lot of ethnic jingoism, a lot of nonsense that does not matter at the end of the day. People are dying. We need to do something. There's corruption everywhere. We need to do something. Nobody is safe. We need to do something. We talk about sovereignty and whether Nigeria is really a country. Nigeria is not a country. Oh. See, what constitutes a failed state? We have met all the criteria of a failed state. The only one we've not met is that we are still able to make some income. We don't have sovereignty over our territorial space. We're not able to provide public services. Corruption and criminality. There's political and social instability. Everything that constitutes a failed state, we've met it. It's just a functional failed state. That is what Nigeria is. So why are we deceiving ourselves? It's time, if we have sense, for the sanity of everybody, let's come together and decide how do we want to move on as a country before it's too late. The northern part of the country is like an albatross on the neck of every Nigerian, and something needs to be done urgently. The problem those people are going to dip us into for the next 20 to 30 years is going to be, Nigeria is going to be the seat of terrorism. I'm telling you guys. Do you know how many terror groups we've got? We've got more than 10, 20 terror groups everywhere. Every day we keep producing one. And then you've got more than 30 million uneducated children begging without responsible parents. Nobody's trying to claim them. That is a disaster. That is about what we are experiencing now is just a tip of the iceberg. So we need to take this issue extremely, extremely important. Those of us in the diaspora need to start making, if we love our country, we need to start making a lot of noise. We need to come back and we need to come down and sit together as a country, decide how we want to move on. If we want to create different companies, let the country break up. I'm telling you, Rwanda, what's the population of Rwanda? You've got some ethnic groups in Nigeria, some small ethnic groups that are larger than Rwanda and have more landmass, so they can function as a country. This nonsense has to stop. This nonsense has to stop. And just like what Dumodu said, go to Truth Nigeria, go and see these things. I experienced those things. I saw them. I just moved to the UK 3 years ago, so it's not been long I left Nigeria. This thing has been happening for many years, and evidence abound that our government is compromised, is culpable. They're unable to do it. We've got terrorists in our government, a lot of them. There is an infestation. So the Nigerian security force has to be completely broken down. They cannot win this war. So any delay, we are just waiting for doomsday. That's my submission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. That's why we like what we do here, which is that we open it up for anybody who has opinion to come in and contribute. And we've been impressed by things we hear people talking out of their own experiences. I enjoy that. Thank you. Let's go to comparable facts. You have 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, greeting everybody. Morning, afternoon, everybody. My first comment is to Dr. Rudolph. Congratulations, Dr. Rudolph.
What did I do?
Because you just got your first socialism, mayor, elected your first, socialism mayor. Maybe I should leave California where everything is very expensive. And come there so I can get a free, I think JP Morgan is leaving. So maybe I can get a free penthouse or free food. Maybe that's what we need. I'm moving to New York, Dr. Rudolph.
All right, we'll talk on that if we have time later.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you for that.
Okay, thank you.
Well, anyway, so yeah, let's go about the situation is very serious. Let me start from what I've been hearing from Nigerian news media. They are calling Donald Trump a bully. I mean, why are you calling Donald Trump a bully? You all are being bullied by the politicians in Nigeria. You weaponize poverty. That's why you're still remaining in power. So you are the actual people bullying people, and you calling Donald Trump bully. But sometimes we need to pay attention to the message, not the messenger. Forget about what is considered Trump, to be, whether you like him or not. But he has explicitly, everybody in Nigeria is scattered right now. He has explicitly told us what to do, and everybody's running scatter. This is where we find ourselves. Am I in support of him coming to invade the country? No, and he never said he was coming to invade the country. He said he's going to target it, and remove the terrorists. Everybody can come in and sugarcoat what is exactly happening. But in my own opinion, we have a genocide going on. I'm going to call it what it is. I mean, of course, we know the definition of genocide. Come here and define it again. I mean, I think Tony has made it, has made a good point about that. When Tinubu called what happened in genocide a long time ago, in the Jonathan time, even the present INEC Chairman has written in 2020, there's a genocide. The present INEC Chairman has said it. So everybody knows it. So we are trying to sugarcoat everybody doing what they have to do right now in order to rescue the country. Yes, targeted genocide in Nigeria. A lot of Christians have been killed. I mean, you can use any data, narrate your point of view. I mean, but the data that I've been able to see, which is coming from the Western country, the NGO or whatever, the Religious Freedom Act, it showed that it was disproportionately Christians. But Nigeria don't have any data to dispute that. So they let them, they let the Western countries, define the situation what's actually going on. I mean, this has been going on for many, many years. It didn't start from Tinubu. So even what's his name, Basanjo, before then, that has been happening. But the situation right now has gotten worse. Now Tinubu don't want to do. I mean, I don't even perceive what he's doing right now. I find he's a pedestrian. He's not doing anything. It's all about election next year. That's what people are focused. They're not going to do nothing. And listen, I think our problem started, in my own opinion, it started with the so-called Sharia law we have in that country. That Sharia law that I think was a 2099 constitutional amendment, that explicitly put Sharia law, whereby the people in the north use that for their own customary court and something like that. It's not supposed to happen. If you are a religious municipality country, a secular country, how can you implement part of the religion we have in Nigeria? And there's nothing for the Christians. We don't have any kind of law in the South, where you have to use this for your own, traditional or customary court. It's kind of favor the Muslim. So if you really look into Nigerian population, whether you may say it's 240, 230, I think there's more Christians than the Muslims. But the Muslims have built our country. This is where we are. They keep on denying. Even this Satan of Sokoto that was invited. Let me tell you what he said. I think I heard the post said. He said, "Don't fight the Almighty Allah. You fight the Almighty Allah, you are fighting Boko Haram." So he's in Kabul with them. This is Satan of Sokoto. He's the head of Military Allah. He said it. Even Gumi said it. Even Pantami. You know what Patami said, the former minister under Buhari said. It's not the whole Northerners, it's the Northern elite. They had one perpetuating this in it. So it's about time, for them to call them out. Maybe find a way to amend what's actually going on in this country. There's a definitely problem in that country that needs to be eradicated. You have to go forward because everybody has to be measured equally, not just the Northerners, handing over. They have ruled that country for about a third of the country the whole year. Where are we? And they, and they have the highest poverty rate. So this Sharia law has to be amended. You can't even dispute it because if you look at what happened from my own understanding during the time of Boko Haram, before this guy died, I think his name is Mohammed Yusuf. There's a split in between the jihadists. Some of them want to just put Christians and Muslims. But Yusuf, I think Shakir Yusuf said no. We want to kill both of them. Anybody that don't align with our belief, or moderate Muslim, we're going to kill any. But they split into two. What you have right now, the Ashwa, they're the one that want to kill Christians, and they're doing it. So we have to do something about it. So kudos to Trump, whether you like him or not, has a vote in the country. So let's see what happens in that so-called country we have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Comparable Facts. Henry, you're next. But before Henry, let me just announce that we want to quickly go to the topic of Anambra State, and we will, but I will get everybody who came in. If you're coming in next, you are not going to be on this topic, you'll be on the next topic. But Henry, you're next, you have 5 minutes. Unmute yourself, Henry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I've done your program for a very long time now, but I'm just joining for the first time today. And it's a good thing having the discussion with you. I just want to put in a few things here. Firstly, because the question whether it's genocide or not a genocide, honestly, I don't think that should be a question anymore. Because any right-thinking person that has been listening or been hearing what has been going on or have seen what has been going on should automatically know that there is no doubt that there's ethnic cleansing going on, especially in Benue, Plateau, Taraba. There's ethnic cleansing going on there. And if you want to define genocide, what do you really understand by genocide is that you are kind of like annihilating a group of people due to certain characteristics. And the characteristics that these people have is just because that they are Christians, and that is it. Even though you might say other people are being killed, but it's not of the same reason. Other people are being killed because they don't align with their own form of Islamic religion. But the ones in Benue and the others are killed because they are Christians. So please, let's not politicize this. It is a genocide that is going on. It is. And secondly, people will say when America goes into any country, they will do this. America will take all the resources. They will finish all this. So nothing good. Let me tell you, America is all over the place in the Arabic world. Without America today, Saudi Arabia will be attacked by Iran. It is America that is guarding Saudi Arabia. I can tell you that. Without America today, Kuwait will be attacked by Iraq. In fact, Kuwait has been attacked before. It was America that went and saved them. Without America today, Qatar will be overrun by Iran. It's America that is there safeguarding. These are Arab nations. Even the Kaaba itself that they go to pray their mosques, it's America that is guarding it. So what are we talking about here? What we just have to look about here is the whole problem is about our political elites. That is just where the problem lies. They tend to play politics with people's life. In this country, in the Western world, you guys are in America, some of us are in the UK, we see protests every day. Every day, protests about this, about that. Nobody will come and say, because it's in our place. They say, because it's a Hausa man, that's why they're protesting. Well, because it's a Yoruba man. I can see some of our guests here are arguing for this government. This is the same government that said there was genocide before. Now that the issue has come back now they're supporting this government. They say, no, they give Tinubu time. America is doing this. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this problem will never end. It has started and it will continue. I used to live in the north. I was born and brought up in Kaduna State. Yeah, I know what happened back then. Our houses and everything was burnt down just because of who we are, and we left. We came back. Now look at it; it still continues. It will never end because it's an ideology, and especially a religious ideology, to wipe out those that do not align with them and to establish an Islamic state. That is just the bottom line. Don't fool yourselves. That's what is going on. So if you say because what's it called? Tinubu is there, we want Tinubu to finish the government. If Tinubu is there, Tinubu would want to. What's paramount in his with his own idea now is how he can win election. That's what they're talking about now. How they win election. They don't care even if they kill everybody, so long as they can pacify the North so that the North can give them the votes, then they will. But let me tell you, is that fair? It's because somebody made a proverb there, said, when you see somebody carrying a corpse, you think it's a log. But if it is yours, then you know it's a corpse. People are dying. The politicians, the political elites are using it as politics. And then we are here masquerading and trying to fight. Look, let's stop that that make-believe and that fantasy as if we are all right. We are not all right. Yeah, America wants to come in, let them come in. If they want to take resources, let them take resources. Have they taken all the resources in Saudi Arabia? Have they taken all the resources in Kuwait? Are they not Islamic countries? Are they not there safeguarding them? That's all I have to say. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Henry. And then let you go. You're next.
Hi, hello everybody. Let me take it off continue from where Solly, Odumodu, and Ogwa, maybe partly with Henry, where they stopped. Let me start further. All of us here are Nigerians, irrespective of our current nationalities. All of us are Nigerians. Let us be truthful. Let us build a homeland that is livable, that will be prosperous. What is now is never it, and can never be if it continues this way. Let's be truthful. Most people who are opposing Trump are people who are sycophants, are people who are delusional, are people who are happy because other people are dying. There's no other way you can explain that to me. I'm talking from experience as someone who has lived in the North. I've lived in Kaduna, I've lived in Bauchi, and I have traversed the North. I only fly to Abuja. Every other trip I made in the North was by road. So I have fair knowledge of what it is to live in the North. So when people like us talk, please pay attention and listen. Or those who have experienced these situations, pay attention to them and listen to them. If you are from Benue State, you won't be opposing Trump if you are from Benue State. If you are from Plateau State, you won't be saying that those who are killing these people should be allowed a day further. Let's be sincere. One thing is very important to understand. The average Igbo man understands what is going on, in as much as it's not the Igbos that are being killed in the North. We understand because we know what genocide is. We understand it. The people in Benue State who says it's genocide, they know it's genocide because they are being killed because they are Christians. Secondly, they are being killed because of their minority tribes. They're also being killed. All the killings you're seeing in the North are being killed because those militants, those terrorists, those jihadists see them as moderate Muslims who do not believe in their ideologies. These are the reasons why these killings are on. The question is, can we allow this to continue? Can there be a time where we'll say, no, enough is enough, let this stop, let us build a virile and prosperous Nigeria for all Nigerians? T.Y. Danjuma fought against the Igbos during the Civil War. What has he said recently? That there is genocide and the government, the military, which is arm of government, is colluding. There is no reason on earth why these terrorists cannot be exterminated if Nigerian military really wants to function effectively as a military. We fought the Ecomog War. Nigeria restored peace in Liberia, restored peace in Sierra Leone. Where you have Liberia today, a functional democracy, Sierra Leone, a functional democracy, is because Nigeria intervened. We funded the Ecomog and we formed the bulk. Nigeria provided the bulk of the military that did that intervention and restored peace in those countries. Why can't we fight a ragtag militia that are wearing Babariga and AK-47? Where do they get the weapons from? This is something we can do. It is not beyond us to do. But the problem is that our government have refused to do the right thing to end this massacre and having Nigerians live in IDP camps. Question is, who are the people in IDP camps? Why would somebody from Plateau State live in IDP camp? Why would somebody in Benue State live in IDP camp? In Nigeria, who are the people displacing them from their villages? Every Nigerian comes from a village. You know where you come from. I know where I come from. Why will I displace you and you live in a camp in somebody else's village or town and run away from your own village? Question is, who is occupying your village now? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves and begin to proffer solutions, and not to defend Tinubu or whoever it is for 2027, because all that is going on is just simply politics for 2027, and to me it makes no sense. I rest my case.
All right, thank you, and Lechuku, for that contribution. Let's go to Ike. We're rounding up Ike, and then
yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I go ahead.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. I'm happy to be here again on Saturday. First of all, let me thank my brother Hugwa and Soleil and Odumod for their submission. Like the last speaker who just spoke now, I've always said here, if Dr. Damages will always play back, I've always said here that anybody that says that what is going on in Nigeria is good, let Nigeria happen to you. I've always said also concerning this particular issue that the government is accomplice to everything that is going on in Nigeria. They are the architect of what is going on. It's the people you see that are shouting on the internet, they are coming, America is coming to destroy Nigeria. They are coming to bomb Nigeria. They are coming to take your mineral resources. There is not going to be any Nigeria anymore. These are APC apologies on the internet. People who are ambassadors on keyboard of computer, shouting on their rooftop. America is coming to destroy the country. America is coming to destroy Nigeria. They're coming to bomb Nigeria, because they want to play the politics of their masters. But like as I always said, people who said that what is going on in Nigeria is good, I've always said that may Nigeria continue to happen to you. People are being killed like animals. We are living in a country where a cow is more important than a human being. And somebody is telling me there is no genocide. When people go to a town, they kill everybody in the town, destroy everything, take over the town. I don't know what you call it. You take over the ancestral land and you occupy it and force them to do your religion or your culture. I don't know what you can call it. But it's a pity that Nigerians themselves are not, we are playing politics. That's why whenever they come here, whenever we are talking this, they will bring the politics of geopolitics. Only them that knows the geopolitics. They will tell you, look at what happened to Iran. Look at what happened to Iraq. Look at what happened to Sharia. Look at what happened to Syria. Look at what is happening to whatever. They are the only people that know about the politics of geopolitics. When it comes to this issue, what is going on in Nigeria, they will bring the politics of geopolitics, to tell you why. The Chinese people now, they are praising. They are the people that supplying arms to the terrorists where they are mining, illegal mining in the north. So I don't know the benefit of the Chinese to Nigeria, whatever we are talking about, like the last speaker said, we only hear gold. I've not seen the gold. Only hear that there is mining. The Nigerian government is making a lot of money
through the mineral mining. We only hear it on pages of newspaper. Have you seen gold or diamond? Dr. Damages, if they have given you some, try to send some to me to the island of Bonet so that I will also enjoy it, because you only hear they are mining. So everybody now is praising China because they are the people that are supplying these people so that they can do their illegal mining. Helicopters are moving in and out every time in the north, taking away our mineral resources. So I think that this government, you always, you know, my stand is not my government, it's not my president, it doesn't represent me. So, but the fact remains that this is, when they started, it is Muslim ticket, right? So it is the architect of that. All these people who are fighting now, who are saying, no, Nigeria, you want your country to be destroyed. They are the same people who did that during the time of Jonathan. My respected Adeboye, he was part of the people who went to demonstration. Today he's singing a new song. Femi Fani-Kayode was going around Nigeria during the time of Buhari, campaigning that Buhari wanted to turn Nigeria into an Islamic country. Today he's singing a new song. You see, like Soleil, my brother said, it's all this issue of now is my turn, is my brother, is my sister, is the greatest problem. They are defending a Yoruba man who never won an election. They're defending a Yoruba man who had only 35% of vote of Nigeria, who never made him president. But he bought it, like as he said, he said, Emiloko, and I bought it. So this is the problem. And that's why that none of them is bold enough to come here and tell you the truth, because they are defending their paymasters. Those that are eating from the crumbs of APC, they are defending the indefensible. You know, that people that are being killed every day, and nobody is saying anything. All those places in Benue State, in Plateau State, in Taraba, all those places that are killing people, are they not Christians? They are wiping away entire population. In a country like Nigeria, people are still living in ID camp, and you are defending this government. You are defending that people, if there is a way that human life can be safeguarded in Nigeria, you are saying no, they are coming to take your mineral resources. The mineral resources you have in Nigeria, what have me and you, what have any of us benefited from the mineral resources? Shame on all of us who will see what is white and call it black. God bless you.
All right, thank you, Ike. Before revolution, let me just update people on what's going on. The Deputy Senate President has warned Trump to withdraw his threats on Nigeria and apologize now. Revolution now. Let me play this video because we're rounding up this topic, and then you can weigh in. This is important in the conversation about what's going on. So bear with me. Let me just play this video. I don't know who the woman is, but she's been trending everywhere. She comes with a viewpoint that is, and I want to maybe down the road when the next stream starts, if anybody can add it to what we're talking about.
What's that happening to Christians in this country? Majority, they are talking about Christians in northern Nigeria. Today, because the Christians in northern Nigeria are very wise. They know that they are suffering these things together with the Muslims, that there is no exception. Christians are not coming out, they're not saying anything. For some group of people who want the division of this country, who say they don't want this country in the first place, they are the one pushing this agenda more. We are watching. We are watching. Nigerians, it is time for you to know who is the enemy within. Northern Nigeria was a part of the country that was built on brotherhood. These people came in. They were given houses. They were given place to stay. They were welcomed in. But what did they end up doing? They fueled the division in the north. Yes, I will say it anywhere. They fueled the division in the north. In the whole of history of Nigeria, there has always been a conflict, even before independence. The Nupes were fighting with the Yorubas. The Ibiras were fighting with the Igalas. There has always been history of conflict. But these people came. They are giving shops. They are giving houses. They live peacefully. They do transactions all over this country. But anywhere they go, they fuel division among the people, all in the name of looking for their own country. Hausa, it is time for you to embrace your Kasa brothers, your Biron brothers, just people. It is time for you to leave the nonsense of religious crisis. These people who are fueling this thing, they're not from that region. They tell you are Christian, they tell you are Muslim, and then we keep fighting ourselves while they prosper in their businesses. Now they have gone to Lagos again. They bought up all the shops, they bought up all the houses.
Please shut up. Please shut up. No, wait. Not because you said this, but because we don't have time. And the fact that you want her to shut up does not mean that it's not trending. People are not watching it. So
it means that she's speaking the truth.
Wait. The best thing to deal with people or viewpoints is to challenge it. It's not to hope that it will end. It won't end. There are people who will express their opinion, and some of them we may not like. Revolution, go ahead.
I apologize.
Good evening, Oga Rudolph and everybody. Greetings. Please let me start with one beautiful song I just wrote now. It's a very lovely song. Many people will know the melody. Trump is the sweetest name I know. He's always there for the poor. He's always there for the weak. That is the reason why I love him so much. Trump is the greatest of all time. So that is the song. Anybody will know when they go church, know that's the melody. For me, I want to just shout out to some people on the platform. I want to shout out to. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I'll try to find out who is off. Can you turn your mute yourself if you're not speaking? Go ahead. Revolution now.
I want to start by shouting out to Soli. I wish I know where he is, so that I will just give him Ore Mojuba Fuen. I respect you all the time, and I will continue to respect people like you. And there's another brother who came, Uche Awo. Respect to people like that. There's one brother you gave enough time to open his here, and I was enjoying it. He told us everything. I don't know what him be named, but Soli was able to handle that situation very perfectly. And I really, if say I meet you somewhere now, I will just tell you, enter anywhere, spoil ground there, just then I will take the bill. Because there will be a time in Nigeria, the truth will reign. We are one Nigeria, no matter which part you come from. Even though I grew up in the streets in Nigeria as a poor guy, I knew when Nigeria was sweet. Suddenly, some criminals enter, spoil everything. They go tell us go do election. Election, we know say nothing go happen. Now the prayers has been answered, like Uche said. We have been praying. Can God send us a redeemer? Trump has come. That's why I made that song. I was just thinking that melody just come to my mind. I can't rephrase that quick, say before it reach my turn. Make I find something to put in there so that it go make sense. So I want to end again by singing that song. I know say my 5 minutes never reach. Trump is the sweetest name I know. He's always there for the poor. He's always there for the weak. That is the reason why I love him so much. Trump is the greatest of all time. Thank you, sir. Goodbye, everybody.
Revolution now. Thank you so much. And so that will be the end of that conversation on genocide and Trump. It's going to continue, of course, next week, because it's not over yet. When you have people like Deputy Senate President sending warnings to Trump to withdraw that threat, and so you can be sure that the Americans actually had that they've revoked about 80,000 visas of Nigerians in the last few.
It's huge lies and information as usual. They just want to push propaganda as usual. These people, they don't grow up, where they are supposed to put their energy, they will not put it. It's in nonsense. They like to punch down. Very, very crooked, lazy-minded people. And that propaganda, I'm just tired. They think everybody is 2 years old or their family member that they lie to,
All right, let's
Dr. Rudolph.
Yeah.
Just 30 seconds, okay? You see that video that was played by that lady? I think that's what's actually going on in that country. People are trying to change the narrative, because I was in a different platform over the weekend, and there has been this narrative emancipation from a lot of Nigerians. Have to change it to Igbo, that the South Asians are the ones who are causing this problem. That's exactly what that lady was saying. She implied it. I don't know if you all get it. She's talking about the South Asians, they are the one lobbying for the genocide. I mean, the truth can never be far from the truth. We know who is lobbying. They can't debate people in the Benue Plateau. I can give you a list, the NGO and something like that.
comparable
the
fact.
religious freedom. So it has nothing to do with the South internals. It's a
Comparable
problem
fact.
they are trying to create, deflated. I just want to make that comment.
All right.
I apologize. You know why she's saying it? It's deflection. She wants to arouse the emotion of the hatred that people have for the Igbos.
Yeah.
In order for people not to look at the facts that are on ground. It's just deflection. And that's what they do at all times. When they talked about Christian genocide, they said Muslims are also dying. Nobody is denying that fact. But it's deflection. Thank you.
All right. What I wanted to, when I played that video, had it first time, I wanted to actually ask people, who are the people giving land and houses? And she was talking about people who were giving land and houses in northern Nigeria. I wasn't sure who they were.
Because we don't allow land
appointment. Come on, Dr. Rudolph. You know what she meant. You're a very enlightened man. I mean, we got it. We got what she was talking about. It can imply something.
You know what?
Those
I
of
know what
us
she's
that
trying to
Hold
do.
on, guys.
You
Hold
can
on,
deny
guys.
those of us that are just hearing for the first time to hear her completely.
Oh, you've not had it before. Okay.
No, it's my first time saying, listen.
Oh, there are so many videos of her. I will have. We don't have time, but let me just show you guys this picture. You can find it everywhere. This is Muhammadu Buhari tweet from him. I don't know the date now, but it says this: among the recipients of the 2022 National Honors Awards, which I presented yesterday, is Imam Abdullahi Abubakar, a religious leader who hid over 262 Christians in his mosque from the attacks in the Yawa Jinda Akwete village, Plateau State, an inspiring example of religious what?
Dr. Damages.
Yeah.
Why didn't those people who are killing Christians also kill this man who gave the give award? If it is not targeted at a certain people, why didn't they also burn his mosque? Since Christians ran in there, they should have gone in there to kill him and kill his mosque and destroy his mosque. So doesn't that give a picture that this is a targeted? This is targeted at a particular group?
All right. I just I needed to share that so that people we always know that our government officials knew more that they are acknowledging, and they have also, when you hear about this contribution, who are the people talking to the Americans? They in different posts they made in the past, they also, maybe they didn't remember, we are sending messages to the Americans. And then this last one before we change topic, this is something that someone sent to me. The United States congratulates President Paul Biya on his inauguration. We look forward. We look forward to continuing our strong partnership with Cameroon to advance shared goals such as regional peace and security and prosperity for both our peoples. So you think
conspiracy theories are always right at the end of the day. So, but nobody agree apologize when they are right. Last we go learn. I tell my Cameroonian roommate here when I did college here. I come here and they always talk. He said move from that place. I tell us he come. Once you don't hear congratulations from the State Department, it's over. Muna just come over streets. Because now then they run the economy. We just keep denying ourselves because we know they pay attention to how country works. Yes, our leaders are complicit. That one is a given. But America, you don't need to invite them. There is time to move, and when that time reach, you don't finish. And if you go study their history, this time they are on the move. And it doesn't matter who be the president. It doesn't matter. Now, state planner, American get state planner who does things, and they are on behalf of their business people around the world. So the times are different.
Okay, we don't have time.
This genocide is part of the whole thing to get us talking. But it doesn't matter what that means. This era, you will see. So we should pay more attention to the reality than all this noise.
I really need you to ask Okpebolo if there is genocide going on or not.
Is it today? Did Nigeria?
I lived in Dombua local government.
So is there genocide going on or not?
Not be today, it's be more than 20 years.
So what should we do about it? If the government is complicit.
What should we do about it?
Yeah, if the government is complicit. Yeah.
If
No,
now
if the government is
all right, guys. No, we have to go.
Hold on. Don't go on a local government. So there's a government presence there. Not the village.
This won't end. Okay, everybody, calm down. Let's move on. We have to move to Anambra State. I have less than 20 minutes because I have to be somewhere else. Okay, they will step in. They will step in for me. Please, can you mute yourself if you are not speaking?
I want to climb up. Stop everything now. Wait. Stop. Stop everything. Hey, because Tony. Do you have your result sheet? Why? So they are writing the results somewhere and we are voting here. No, that is not proper. Why are the result sheets not here? What is the polling unit here? What is the 013? People are voting and the result sheet is somewhere else and they are completing the result sheets there and computing the results. This is Ehiala. And she is in charge.
This will bring
the APO. No result sheets here and people are voting. This criminality must stop. So this exercise now is nonsense. The result sheet is somewhere and they are writing the results and you people are standing in the sun. You can here now. Result sheet on a bim madina there.
See what we see in Nigeria.
All right.
Turn.
So this is
all these politicians are the ones spoiling this country. Nobody should come and help anybody in Nigeria.
Nobody should be speaking until we call.
Take them out, all of them.
Who is speaking? I don't know who is speaking. Please. All right. So that's snapshot of what has been going on in Anambra State. Based on reports we're getting, there were a lot of vote buying. The conduct of INEC. And remember, this is just one state, very small state, and not the whole country. And INEC still cannot conduct an election that is credible. All right, so let's hear what you guys think about what's going on. For those who are, if you know what's happening, we had arranged to call people in from Anambra State, but it hasn't been very, very good. Next time I will get them to record a video and send in instead of live coverage. All right, Sully, have you been monitoring what's going on in Anambra State? And let's start.
Yes. Now, let me continue from where I was before. They say the Igbos vote with their conscience. You know, this is why I said that people that discuss in tribalism have low IQ. Sorry to say. When you start putting things like race or tribalism in play, you give the tribe that you call innocent space to do as much crime as possible, and then you now start focusing on a particular set of people, and then when crime continues to go, you start saying what is happening. Are the Igbos in Imo State different from the ones in Anambra? Because those ones, they voted who they wanted, though. They fought for their vote, though, and they got what they wanted. When I look at this, you had a candidate just because of how she dressed, or mainly because she was a woman, because my heart is telling me they did not vote for her just because she was a woman. You brought in APC. You brought in the dreaded APC, the Yoruba APC, the evil APC. The APC has come and destroy Nigeria just because we don't want to vote a woman. When I say that people in Nigeria are misogynists, they don't know because they are so used to hating on women. They are so used to treating women, but women don't even have rights in that country. They don't even have rights in that country. Some of them behave like they don't even have wife. Some of them don't behave like they don't have sister. And they'll say, oh, our women are disrespecting us. Do you respect your women? Do you give them space to thrive? Black women are one of the poorest women in the world. And you're always talking about yourself, but you don't allow them. You could have had somebody that was young, somebody from a party that has been fighting for your rights, somebody from a party that has been fighting for Kanu, but you chose APC. This shows that it is not about tribe. It's about the main conscience of the people that want change. So, again, second thing, and which proved my point. If you watch that video, what is the age group of those people that were buying votes? What is their age group? It is the age group of you must respect us. It is the age group of you must go to church. You must respect your religion. It is the age group of you must respect your culture. But does it apply to reality? Look at what they have shown us. They will still go to church on Sunday. They will still respect their traditional culture, and they will still beat their children, that their children to respect them. This is why I say all this cultural nonsense, all this tribalism nonsense doesn't make any sense. Now, these people, they have no accountability. Next 4 years, they will come back and they want to come and save their vote again. You have these people's faces on camera. Nobody is protecting them. These people are not government officials. Nobody is protecting them. If you teach them a lesson today, they will not sell their votes next 4 years again. But when, it's not about thinking about like a community. It's about looking for the outsiders to blame. These people go scot-free like your Nigerian politicians, and they will repeat it the next 4 years again. You are supposed to pull these people aside, and you're supposed to beat them in the middle of the road. I'm not saying Jungle Johnson, so you whip them. Nobody is coming to come and fight for them. Nobody's like that. Whether that 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira that they sold their votes, they are supposed to earn it. You're supposed to bring them in the middle of the road, flog them very, very well. You don't even need to explain why they are flogging them. When they start recognizing each other, they will know why somebody is beating them. You wear a mask, and this is what you need to do if you want change. But Nigerians, we are too soft. We like to forgive. We are very forgiving when somebody does evil to us. Unfortunately, my generation that is running things, a lot of you will cry. If I can organize I don't need plenty people, just 5 people with the same mindset. We don't even need to announce. We'll just be taking action. And it will be sweet because I like doing things like this. It gives me joy. Give accountability. And thank God these white people have taught me a lot of things. I like taking my time. I like planning. I like plotting. You teach these people a dreaded lesson. And nobody is coming to save them. They are so comfortable, they are even doing it in front of the camera because they know you, the citizens, will never do anything about it. This is how much leverage you've given criminals in Nigeria. When you take people to jail, you take them because they need accountability. When people continue to get scot-free from crime, they become emboldened. They are not going to commit less crime. They are going to commit more crime. Those people now, if those people start kidnapping people, do you think that they just woke up one day and they started it? They would have started from selling their votes and they will upgrade to the next crime. When Soludo said that it's the people of Anambra that are committing crime, you can see the criminals lining up to vote. You can see all of them and you can see their age group. This is why I used to say, don't respect your elders. They have contributed this dreaded, terrible society that you are living in. And a lot of them are fighting to protect that evil society. Only God knows why. A lot of them need to be in psychiatric hospital, but unfortunately, we don't have running psychiatric hospital. A lot of them need psychiatric evaluation because they don't know that they have mental issue. Just because they are wearing suit and tie, they think that they are okay. A lot of them should be locked up in psychiatric house. Unfortunately, they are roaming around the streets with you.
All right. Thank you, Sully, for that. Let me go to Ngozika, who is near Anambra State. I hope Ngozika, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Dr. Damages. Good
Yeah.
evening, members of the panel. I can't believe I will actually say I've missed you people. Oh. I can't believe I'm saying I've missed you people. I'm not supposed to, but I actually have. It's so good to be back here. I intentionally turned off every news about the election. Yeah,
For those
because
who do not know, Nozeka is
have
one of our crack reporters. Go ahead.
I deliberately turned off all news from there because I have family there, and I didn't want to be anxious. I have family there. I have family in Onisha and Nnewi, and these are very strong places. So I didn't want to put mind in it. I just want when it's all over, I'll ask them how was it, and then get over it because I know it can be quite volatile.
So you have not had anything, not even a phone call from someone in Anambra State?
No, no.
Okay.
I zoned off. It's deliberate. It's
Okay.
deliberate. I don't want to know. I mean, come on. I hate Nigeria.
All right.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I don't want to add that to my plate, at least for today.
Okay. So these are some of the stories we had published in the news that Okachukwu, who is APC's candidate for governor, he defeated, he won in Peter Obi's polling unit. And Labour Party's Moralo, George, lost his own polling unit to Soludo. So let's bring
I'm
in.
not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I, for the most part, my opinion does not really matter because the Anambra guys same with Anambra, but we, to a very large extent, a lot of people expected. I mean, we have this conversation in our groups, different groups, and you hear the sentiment of, oh, Soludo will win. And it's even nauseating because he didn't even make any effort. But you know that Nigerian thing where everybody goes, oh, doesn't matter what you do, they've already selected their winners. Anambra has very, very high voter apathy. And I feel that this time around it could be worse because they feel there's nothing to really fight for. I think for the most part, all of them will just be like, let him just do and get out of there. Let him just do the remaining 4 years and go home. They won't even put up a fight. I don't think they will put up a fight. And because truly, what are they going to, who is going to challenge him? Who is going to challenge him? They are so fixated on this APGA thing that even if you put an opposition in, if you put a well-known opposition in APGA, they will still vote for the person. So I feel it's a done deal. We're just waiting for them to tell us the obvious and we'll move along with it. But the reason I actually joined is not because of Anambra State. I joined because of the Trump Nigeria threats. That was the reason I joined. I don't know if it's part of the discussion for today.
We've done that, but we can lay you because you're in Nigeria. Are you building a bunker where you're going to hide if the bombs start landing? What are you doing? Are people afraid, really?
Funny thing, it's a hot topic around here. I can't remember the last time something was so localized. A topic like that was so localized. It's a big topic here. Everybody is talking about it. It's you know something is serious in Nigeria when it's being discussed in beer parlors. That is when you know that this is a serious issue. Once a matter gets tabled at a beer parlor, just forget it. Everybody that needs to hear about it has heard about it, and it's people are divided. Today I was in my house. I went to the balcony, the back corridor of my house, and I was hearing my neighbors in the next compound. They were arguing. Two men. One said that Trump does not speak, has not spoken in favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So for that reason, he should get out. The other one now told him that he's an APC supporter. That if he's not an APC supporter, why is he against Trump? And really, it's falling back to the same divide. I And you know, Nigerians have this problem where they don't have nuanced conversations. They think everything is binary. It's either you are standing here or you are standing here. Nigerians do not want to have conversations where multiple truths coexist. They don't like that kind of conversation. They want, if it is A, it is A. Don't tell us A has 2 legs. Don't explain A to us. It is A, it is A. We have seen it, small A, capital A, it doesn't matter, A is A. And it's really sad. And that's the same thing that is playing. It's every time I hear conversations about it in the street, in the market, everywhere, it's always, oh, he didn't do this for us, or it's divided, at least in the East where I am, it's divided along the lines of the people that thinks he's doing it because of them, and the people that are against it because he didn't do something for them in the past. And it really is, it's just sad.
All right. Thank you, Ngozika. Thank you so much for giving us the updates from your corner of Nigeria. Ike, you're next. I have about 10 minutes. I will hand it over to KJ. There will be rants down the road and everything we normally do. But I will take my break in 10 minutes. I'm rushing to an event. Ike, go ahead.
Dr. Damages, you and my brother Kene, we have joined Imo State now. I said it here. When your governor was promising 1 million to 10 million to local government, what do you expect? You know, who is surprised about what happened in Anambra State? Nobody should be surprised. And this one, you can see they open, everybody line up and they're giving money, you know, and it is what it is, right? It's sad, you know, at least the new INEC Chairman should have, you know, tried to do something at least, even if it's not perfect, but a slimmer of hope for Nigerians that, you know, there is something that's going to come out of Nigeria election, but it's still the same thing, you know. The one of here, you can imagine. The result sheet is not there. There is there somewhere. They are printing somewhere, and people are standing on the sun voting. You know, it's like people are hypothesized that they don't even know they're right. Nobody's even asking questions. If this man did not come in that polling booth to say, "Hey, stop," you see how many people that were there? You see how many hundreds of people that were there? Nobody was saying anything. You know, so tell you the level of what these few politicians has done to Nigerians themselves, that Nigerians has lost the power to resist, to say no. You know, so it is all about what it's supposed to be. So at the end of the day, as long as nobody died, because that has always been my fear. If it is by selling their family and their future and their generation for 10,000, 20,000, 25,000, like as Mr. Peter Obi said when he finished voting. If you collect 30,000 naira today, next time are you going to collect another 30,000 naira? So it is what it is. It is all about vote value. It's not because even these ones you show, you know, people who, you know, I met my contacts in Anambra State. It's all about vote buy. There was no election. It's just selling vote. You know, you just buy 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. That was just going on. A governor who has been there for 4 years that is still buying vote in second term. I mean, did it not show you what is it all about? That Abga was still buying vote. The architect of buying vote. After 4 years, you are buying vote in your own election. I don't have much to say, my brother. God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ike. Kene, you're from Anambra State.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, this is the only time that I regret being Anambra's indigene. I'm regretting because of the kind of human being we have as a governor. Yes, we had a drunk, the former governor, but that same drunk wasn't this stupid and foolish as we have today. The election, yes, as my sister Ngozi talked about voter apathy. Yeah, it happened very badly because less than 20% of voters actually participated in the vote. Registered voter, less than 20% of registered voters were accredited. And that shows that the election is terrible. Then secondly, people, why we had voter apathy in Anambra State is because of insecurity, the level of insecurity in Anambra State. People are even scared of coming out to their polling booth. And you know that the polling booth usually wouldn't be far from your house, right? But still, people are fearful. People are scared of coming out. And the reason being that we have all manner of security agencies in Anambra State. We have what they call ACODO, those that goes around with pesto. You know pesto, right? That one you used to pound yam, right? Or pound apple. So they go around with this. And we have the other one they call Agune Chamber. We have, there's another one, Soludo's boys, tax collectors, I've forgotten their names. So we have about 3 in Anambra State. And you all know that they are working for ABGA. So if they see you trying to vote for Labour Party, or what they call it, that fine girls from AAC, they may arrest you, and the next thing is that they will start using the ACODO to break your legs and arms, right? So people are scared of coming out to vote. And secondly, we have in a situation where a governor has been inducing people with money, buying votes with money. So a lot of people are discouraged. They'll be like, why will I come out and vote when at the end of the day, Soludo, the shameless man that we call our governor, will at the end of the day rig the election? So what's the need of voting when their vote cannot count? And we all see it here in the video where people are busy voting, but the result sheet is somewhere else, right? At the end of the day, Soludo will print whatever he wants to print and bring out, and at the end of the day, he will win. So it's just a shameless man that in your second term of campaign for second term, you have nothing to show. You have nothing that will make people trust you enough in order to vote for you for the second time. He's a shameless man. And it all shows that in his first time, he ended up doing nothing for the people of Anambra other than taxing them, arresting them, and if you oppose him, you'll be kidnapped and died, right? I pity for that young man that is trying to do the right thing, because the next news that we may likely hear is that this man has been kidnapped and died. And then the useless police will come out with some boys and say, oh, they were the kidnappers. And then, oh, they escaped from the police cell. This is the kind of shameless things that we have in Anambra. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to win. So win, right? And Soludo and APC, they have been struggling with voter buying. The Okachuku guy is loaded with money, buying votes. ABGA is loaded with money, buying votes. And then Labour Party, they don't have money now, so they just have to preach their gospel. And unfortunately, AAC fine girl is nowhere to be found. Nobody, no one vote, no single vote in Anambra State that went for AAC. I'm so sorry that this happened. I don't know the kind of hatred that Anambra people have for women. The same hatred that we had for women gave us a woman governor for the first time in Nigeria. Anambra State is the only state that had a woman governor, right? Anambra State is the only state across the country that all the tertiary institutions, both the federal and the state, are all headed by women. The VC of Anambra State, the rector of Oko, all of them are headed by women. That is how badly we hate women. And that was why we did not vote for a slave queen in our election, because of our misogynist nonsense. When children, when they hear English for the first time, they'll be using it anyhow, recklessly, without thinking, right? So that's how badly we hate women. And it's unfortunate that it happened, but the fact still remains that parties like AAC, like I said, their leader should go and face freedom fighting, activism. That is where his calling is. You can't be your calling and you'll be heading somewhere. You can't be running a party as a one-man show party and you think that party is going to head anywhere. A party is supposed to have you know what the economists call division of labor, right? Everybody should have his own portfolio. You cannot be the chairman, the everything, the treasurer of a given party, and you think that party is going to head anyway. Now, Labour Party, don't worry. It's this Anambra for you, where you have a lot of stupid people. And most of these people are the decision makers in that state. It's unfortunate that we're going to go through Soludo second time again. Very unfortunate. Another 4 years of agony and deprivation in Anambra. They weaponize poverty, and that is why you see people queuing up, collecting money to vote for that rascal. Because people don't have anything to eat. You have something to eat at least. You've taken your breakfast, your lunch, but people wake up in the morning, they are so hopeless that they don't have anything to eat, and they have no hope for anything to eat. So if you give them money, what do you expect? They will vote for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kene. Tony, before you come in, let me just say that so Peter B lost his Labour Party, whichever party he is, lost in his own polling unit, and APC, they are making fun of him for that. INEC is announcing that they've uploaded 95% of the results to the IRA. So if you go there now, you probably will see some of the results. We're waiting to see some of them and see if they were tampered with. All right, Tony, welcome, and you are next on Anambra election.
Okay, greetings again, everybody. I think that the situation is still unfolding, so we don't have a clear picture of what is happening. But if you go by what we saw, before the election, you see Soludo trying to monetize people to vote for him, and that gives the impression that he's not too sure that people will vote for him, because if you have to entice people to vote for you, it puts a question as to whatever claims you have made in terms of your performance in the past 4 years. That's unfortunate. It was a French philosopher who said, I think it's John Baptiste Alfonso Carr, who said, the more things change, the more they remain the same. So what we're seeing is exactly the same thing. The new INEC Chairman, this is the first test that is going through. And if we are still seeing the same thing that we saw when manhood was there, I put manhood in quote, then it means we have not really, there's really no change, and that the thing that he said was going to do, the change that he said was going to introduce, is just perhaps a mirage. But that said, I'm not surprised that Obi, quote unquote, lost his polling station, because again, that was one of the things that APC vowed that they're going to do. Since he disgraced their Oga in his constituency, in his polling unit, and in his state, they were determined, even if they don't win the election, that they humiliate him. So I would think that that was a script that was written, even before the election, perhaps in cahoot with Soludo, who has already endorsed the president for 2027. And so it was like a territory they left for him. And then finally, I think that if you look at all the contestants, there was really nobody, no strong candidate against Okachukwu is nobody. Can't speak good English, somebody many years ago called him an incomplete man. So I don't know what that means, but many years ago, that's how I know him for. And then when you look at all the other candidates, you look at even the Labour candidate, a lot of controversies. There wasn't anybody very, very strong to give Soludo, the kind of challenge, that is deserving. So if he wins eventually, I think that Anambra people have just let that go. Maybe because of APGA, I guess there'll be some sentiments also about APGA. This is the only one that we have. This is the only face of APGA that we see, not just Soludo, but the party. And so maybe all those things, all those sentiments played or is playing right there. But on the whole, I think again, we're still missing it, and we have not progressed at all. Thank you.
All right, Tony, thank you. Let me just point out that there's this quote, even if others share 100,000 naira to voters, we will still have landslide victory. This is a quote attributed to Governor Soludo. He was posting that even if others, so sharing money was just part of the plan. It's a question of how much you shared. Let me also mention that tomorrow on 90 Minutes Africa, we are going to have Professor Michael Ndinechi from the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at FUTO. He was a former dean of the department. He will come to us to talk about how artificial intelligence will impact Africa in the next 20 years. That's tomorrow on 90 Minutes Africa. It starts at 6:30 p.m. in Nigeria, which will be 12:30 p.m. here in New York. So if you can join us, that will be very, very welcoming and interesting conversation. All right, I have to run. I'm sorry. KJ will come in now.
Don't run, because I'm implicating you in this one.
KJ will come in and take over from me, and I will listen on my way to where I'm going, to the rant and every other thing, that conversation that will happen. KJ, please, if you can come in. Ovia, what do you want to say as I leave? Ovia, hold on. Let me just thank those that supported us. It's always very important. I do see everybody, and it's very important in what we do. Oriako Tope, thank you so much. I appreciate you, George. Thank you so much. I'm sure that people that are in the program will thank all of you, but I just want to personally acknowledge Oscar Blackbone. Thank you. Eccentric Cast, thank you. We've not seen you now on the program in a while, or maybe when I'm hosting. XYZ, thank you. Brick House Capital, thank you. I mentioned Oscar Blackbone, thank you. Real K, thank you. Alexander Gomez, Dr. Gomez, thank you so much. Let me also mention that Odi gave us $100 through Zelle. Thank you, Odi. And everybody else, thank you, everybody. What else do I have to say? Yeah, Ovie, what are you saying?
On behalf of the fellow panelists, we are feeling underappreciated. I will challenge you to say that 99.2% of people come here come because of us. The remaining 2%, are those small girls we never know, so you don't marry, doctor. So the least you can do is to promote our platform. Go follow on our politics, and you will never remain the same again.
Oh, you're allowed to promote your platform.
You should do it. We have been putting it before you. That's the only way you appreciate us. Since we know they give money, but we are giving more than money. So you do the job. We are asking you to. You should be a servant leader.
Okay, you guys follow Ovie on all our politics. Go and listen to him. If he's not smoking Igbo, he will talk sense that day. But if he's smoking Igbo that day, well, up to you.
Okay.
You force everybody to wear Bible cap. That's right.
I come on your show all the time. So what else do I have to do?
All this, now they serious from every day. Only one platform where they serious. Now see no they satisfied. When you come, you don't come on here. You stay on the comment section. If you get bored, move.
I'll more time. All right, I gotta go. Thank you.
Anyway,
thank you, everybody. Yeah. Thank you, Comparable Facts. Thank you, Kene. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Annie Electrical. Thank you, Ugwa. Thank you, Ngozika. Thank you, Solly. Thank you, everybody. Those that I didn't get to. I will see you guys tomorrow on 90 Minutes Africa. I will hand it over to KJ. KJ, we can't see you here. I don't know where you are. KJ will help coordinate the rest of the conversation before Forefathers starts his own stream. All right, take care, everybody. KJ, I want to see you. Make sure you're here. Ngozika, you can take over if KJ is not here.
I can see myself now. I don't know why you're not seeing me.
Oh, okay. You are dark.
KJ, you are here. Nobody will see you. There is darkness.
Yeah,
they are villagers for Nigeria. You don't get lights.
All right, KJ, take over. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
So KJ, I just want to start one. I get 15 minutes. Yes,
Hey. I don't know why Rudolph couldn't see me. It's possible because he refused to bring me in so that I can run before I come here. But since I'm already in here right now, I'm not going to do any of those. I will let you guys have your take. It's good to see you, Ngozika. You're looking more beautiful than the last time I saw you. So God is working a good way, Okay, so we are going to go into the rant, and I will allow my good
Wait,
friend.
wait, you just come now. We never finish. I think now only one person just talk for the new topic.
Okay, I'm trying to make time for forefathers, and I will not want to go too far, so that the time, you guys already done 3 hours. So I'm thinking that if everybody does the rant, it will take us like another 20 minutes, so we can all sign off and give way for forefathers. It's been a good discussion. So there's nothing really much to talk about right now. Everybody has given their opinion, except those who have not talked about Anambra State, and you want to give your opinion about Anambra State. I can give you. Yeah, so go ahead and
that's
talk.
what we are. That's what we are actually doing. We are actually
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, sir.
All right. To those people that
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. To those that still believe in the Opaholo 2028 project, drink to this. We are winning. Have a professor of economics.
Is that your contribution? Is that your contribution?
No. You.
His 2 minutes is going.
My problem with all this intellectual is that they will not sit down and listen, right? If a professor of the highest standard, what standard will not be saying na Unilag, can resort to an illiterate way of winning election by sharing and buying votes, we probably will get hope die, right? But it goes to the understanding of what Soli is talking about. People they personalize within Soli they talk. This is a generational thing. If you can quote me anywhere, challenge me anywhere, no revolution or no change that comes to play without active organizing and financing of the poor by the middle class people, the so-called educated people. Kwame Ture said, if you organize little, you get little done. If you organize much, you get much done. If you don't organize at all, you get nothing done. And I challenge the Anambra people, outside the people in government, who is out there among these other governors that is actually doing the most to organize people to the polling unit. He also go to speak to the likes of Showore, who has a political party skin in the game. The OB parties them. If they cannot even put up a fight at that level that little is expected, what do we expect? Why are we worrying about the bigger ones when we are not doing anything about it? So just like what Sule is saying, as his own generation, they took bullets for what they believe in. We know those who don't have money, it's upon the middle class to finance and organize us. But they are doing the opposite. They only mobilize. The difference between mobilization and organization is different, it's like heaven and earth. But the bad thing is that you cannot mobilize those who are in power. They have more resources to bring people together at a short time. That's mobilization. Organizing takes time, years, if not decades. Because you have to invest your time, your knowledge, educating, empowering. They will come you, they will kill you, but it has to keep going. But how many of these our leaders are on that path? And at a time whereby the nation is at the crossroads, there's no national movement. Let's ask ourselves, is that a coincidence? In the 60s and the 70s, they were. But they end up getting assassinated and overthrown. Is that why these current elites are scared? The Tunubus don't go. What about the Showores, the Obis, the Konkosu? Because at their time, they are managing us for their time to come. That's why they say turn by turn. Turn by turn, not just the presidential switch alone. Every position are turn by turn. That's how we should take it. So there's a reason, even international committees come out and say the election was free and fair. The people who they will say me they can't save us. They give go ahead to what me and you and they saw. So Moku begin to my head really guts and the way he's saying things. But the fact is in what he's saying. It is not about individual. It's a generational thing. As your generation, what did they don't do for the sacrifice? Solid generation of Gen Z, they took bullets for what they believe in. They went against the power that be, and they were assassinated in the process. That is history. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. You had done 3 minutes, so the rest will do also 3 minutes. I didn't want to stop you on 2 minutes because you have not been able to learn. 2 minutes talk, 1 minute round up, so we don't cut you short of your idea. Yes, comparable facts.
Yeah, thank you very much. Again, we can't see you. I need my 3 minutes.
Oh, really? I can see myself. What's happening? Can't you see me?
My brother. You know what is
nobody,
nobody
they see
affordability. Affordability. You need to come to New York. We have elected a socialist. So come there and get a free house, free food, okay? Come to New York and get
At least we can afford our we can afford housing, we can afford food. We are not Almajiris. We are not Almajiris that will be
comparable. I say you get this
on
energy.
government to feed us. Do you understand? So it's more of a communist actually.
Okay,
but the thing is,
my time start right now.
I will come there.
Okay,
I will visit you.
Let me start with where we are now and what's going on in Anambra State. You know, it's the same thing, you know, because that's what's been going on. You know, they weaponize poverty, you know, by inducing them with cash and something like that. That's exactly what's happening around. You know, I mean, they claim, I think they are trying to get the result. The last time about 418, they said about 56% of this has, you know, has been uploaded. About 450, they say about 70% has uploaded. The latest one we have is 94 has been uploaded, but there's no result. There's no result coming on. That's the same thing. I mean, that's coming from the central. I mean, Nigeria is just in a chaos situation. I mean, what's new? I mean, they're good buying between 30,000 and 15,000 naira. How much is that? $4 or whatever. And how many days that's going to last you? So this is what the government wants. Like your president right now who is doing. He has invested about 250 billion after the yesterday. So that's where we are in Nigeria. Nothing is new. But anyway, Nigerian politics, I don't want to talk much about it. Let me use my last minute to create an awareness. The Eagles, you know, the Green Eagles is going to be playing for the World Cup playoff, you know, beginning on the 13th. So let's hope that, you know, let's hope they beat Gabon. Then the next one is going to be Republic of Congo. I think it's going to be played the same day. So they're going to be meeting the winner of Republic of Congo and the Cameroon. But I think we have the striker because we have some of the best strikers. Osimhen is the coach. You can't argue with Osimhen. He's probably one of the best strikers in the world right now. We have the striker, but the problem we have is, you know, it's our NFA. They in air, you know, they can't afford, they don't do anything. Even I thought FIFA gave them the money to build a stadium. They want to build a shabby stadium in KB and Ogobole State, Benin City. I mean, what's the money they spend there? But anyway, we need to support our Green Eagles. Hopefully, they can qualify from Africa, then go to the World Cup FIFA. And I believe they'll be dropped by because of their rankings. You only need to play one more match, they qualify for World Cup, but I think they can make it. So people support them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, and that was good. Thank you for keeping to time. Soli.
Yes. So I heard some.
AJ, you're marginalizing me. I don't take marginalization.
Who is talking? I can't see you.
Anele Chuku.
Oh, Anele Chuku, I'm sorry.
I've said before. Sorry.
You be annihilated. Anele Chuku, you be annihilated.
I'm sorry. I'm following it on the line. So if you don't mind, so I don't get
the
it.
line should be me.
Don't worry, I'll give you an opportunity to speak. If you ever waited by now, Soli would have almost been finishing.
Soli go
so please.
Go say you don't end that position. You go verse.
No. Surely, Soli is my man today.
All right, go ahead.
Let me just call. I heard some people talking about the Anambra woman did not come out. She did not talk to them. She did not do this. She did not do that. Let's be honest. Where did Alex Otti come from? Alex Otti came from nowhere, and his people fought for their votes, and they fought for him. You know, you are making all these excuses. I will never ever. Sorry to say, if an Igbo person tells me that they hate APC, I can't believe you again. I really can't believe you again. If you truly hate APC, they should have never gotten that amount of votes. Whether it's by vote buying, whether I don't want to hear how they did it. Your actions are not reflecting. They are not reflecting in reality. These people are still getting votes. And what does this say? By 2027 election, that means Tinubu is going to get more votes than the Southeast than he got during the last election. It's a reflection. If you hate somebody, show it. That's how they say Benin no be Lagos. They want Benin. I don't know Lagos. They want, don't come and be bragging. Put actions into this is so disappointing. I'm so disappointed. And when I keep on telling you that this thing is not a tribal thing, tribalism is a distraction. You go out, you go to foreign countries, you work together. In a system that is working, you work together. None of you ever fight each other. None of you ever talk bad about each other. The first thing you guys want to do is help each other. So don't come and tell me that we have tribalism problem in Nigeria. We just have bad people everywhere that are used to being bad, that have never had consequences, and they think the kind of things they do is normal. When they now go abroad, they start doing the same thing and they start entering trouble because they are never used to being accountable. You know, I'm utterly disappointed. I'm utterly disappointed. Don't give me any excuse. If you hate APC that much, that woman should have won. There's nothing you want to tell me about it. Don't tell me people do not come out to vote. And another thing is that there's a misogyny problem in Nigeria. If that woman was a man, she would have had more votes than she got and less of these excuses. You guys just don't treat women right. That's just the truth. Don't tell me she's dressing this way or she's dressing that way. If this woman won election abroad in somewhere like USA and she dressed even worse, you guys will say, our child has won election abroad. But in Nigeria, you don't want to give women votes. So it's better to suffer with APC than vote for a woman. That is the society, a culture we should respect. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I also wondered why they didn't, nobody decided to vote for the woman, because I listened to her and she's quite articulate, and she's not a pushover by any means, and it's nothing bad to be beautiful, So, however, maybe she got into the race a bit late, because you see, what these politicians do, that they start the race when you cannot compete, because it's all about money. Just like someone has said.
When did Alex Oti get into the race? When?
Oh, no, Alex Oti has been a... Hold on. I like your contribution, but I think you are mixing whole thing. Alex Oti has been contesting for 3 times now, and he won the second time he contested. But just like did to Peter Obi, they didn't give him. Okay, so the 3rd time now that he won, it was the people of Abia who went out and stood, and then eventually they had a woman who said also to stake her life to it. If not, it would have still been the same result. So we have to come to the place where we stake ourselves, put ourselves out there and say, see, why is America congratulating Cameroon? You don't expect America to go to the street and march against if the people don't want to march. So they put up some resistance, but they gave up when it was necessary for them to keep up. And so it falls back to, the same Udele that have been there. So what do we do? Anyway, that's just my little contribution. Yes, Ngozi, please, go ahead.
KJ, I have a problem with that.
Hold on, sir. When it gets to you, it's Ngozi. No problem. Just hold the stick. Ngozi is coming.
No, you can't. If it is rotation, I have this is 3 hours, almost 4 hours.
Oh, you have been here. Okay. Normally we'll give a preference to a lady.
She just spoke a while ago. I'm sorry. I have had her speak.
Okay.
Ngozi. Just like Solly, just like Kene. I mean,
okay.
What am I doing here?
Mr. I was only asking, is this the rant section? Because so I will rant and go. I was asking if it was still Anambra. I was going to tell him, let me speak. If you had let me speak, you would have heard me ask him that if it was about Anambra, I had already said my piece. But you didn't. Please go on. I have
It's not it. Okay. Now, this is the issue we have with Nigeria. It's just the same thing, and we need to correct it. It's not about you being allowing you to say what you want to say, but it is about orderliness, about organization. That's the thing I'm talking about.
Mr. Anelechuku, let us not go there, because every game has its own rule. The rule you use for basketball is not the one you use for the football. Right now, there's nothing for us to argue about. And Ngozi put her, made it so clear. She has said her bit. She has contributed before. I'm just taking over the program. I don't know whether he has spoken or not. So I'm going with what I see in front of me, how everybody is lined up. You said you have not spoken. I said, okay, you will speak. Now, please go ahead and make your contribution.
All right. Well, if I had not said this, you wouldn't have given me this opportunity.
No,
anyway,
that's an
all
assumption.
I'm talking about, listen, it's okay. I'm not a cantankerous person, but what I like is organization. I like order. That's me as a person. So I might be getting to you. We might need to get used to each other, as time goes on. Having said that, in the election of Anambra State, I had no candidate. It's unfortunate that Soludo is most likely going to win the election. I wish it would have been different for him to learn a lesson. But one thing I know and I believe is that APC has two candidates in this election. The APC candidate and the ABGA candidate, which is Soludo. I won't be surprised if Soludo decomes to APC after winning the election. So APC has head and tail in this election. That's my observation. Now, regarding the Igbo man, yes, solely as he said, it is not about the Igbo man not hating APC. No, the Igbo man does not hate APC. After all, the governor of my state is an APC man. After the former one handed over, mutated to APC after being in ABGA. So the thing there is, the Igbo man believes in who is more capable. That is the original tradition of the Igbo man. But it has changed a lot now because the politics that is being played in Nigeria is not the right politics. If the right politics of votes counting, of votes matters, you will find out that a lot of people who are elected in Igbo land will not be elected. Some of us who belong in organizations where normalcy of the Igbo tradition upholds. This bunch of idiots don't lead us. In the real Amala Nomenala matters of the Igbo man, non-entities don't lead. If you lead, it doesn't matter whether you have money or not. It is your capacity and your competence. That's what leads in Igbo, in a typical Igbo traditional setting. In Omunna, that's how it goes. So we can't use politics, what goes in the Nigerian politics, to judge the Igbo man. No, it's wrong. But in the Anambra, it's unfortunate. Soludo will continue, and if he continues, he will move on to APC. Okpebolo, sometimes when I look at you, you speak so well and have made good points, but the image you have behind you is a contradiction. So I'm still trying to study you, Ovie.
That image is to say to the intellectual.
But that's all right. I'm still studying you. Let me give it to others. As I said again, I like order. I like organization. That's important for me. I'm an objective person. I rest my case.
Okay, thank you so much for that. We appreciate your kindness. Is there any other person who has not spoken on this?
You do no wrong, sir.
Yeah, is it round time?
Yes. So
okay,
the round time.
I don't think
hold on, Kenneth.
Ugo has not.
Because he is in Nigeria, I want to defer to her so that if
yes, you can go ahead.
leave. All right, thank you.
No, because Ugo herself never speak.
Yeah, no problem. Ugo is my friend. We can always make it up. Tomorrow is another day. Yeah, Ngozi, go ahead, please.
Okay, so how many minutes do we have for the rant?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. It's bad. 2 minutes, Ngozi. You have 2 minutes starting from now.
Okay, so
By the way, Ngozi, what happened? You have been living a good life, because anyway, make I not talk too much.
Atinubu government is doing well.
So,
yeah.
All right, go ahead, man.
So here is my rant. Nigerians are not good people. I've said this thing before and I'm repeating it now. Nigerians are not good people. Nigerians are horrible people. And I say this as a Nigerian. We are horrible people. We are not good people. Every time, every single day, I lose faith in Nigerians. And it's in the little things. It is in the small things. Every single person, almost, let me not say every single person. It's almost as if everybody is waiting for their turn. We do not hate oppression. We hate that we are the ones being oppressed. The reason I stayed away from this platform for a while is that I couldn't just take it anymore. The BS was out of the wall. I was just something else. The people were just deluding themselves, coming here to people need. The last time I came here, I was just too disgusted. Some people need to go outside and touch grass, like literally touch grass. Some of you are living in La La Land. Everywhere, Nigerians everywhere. Nothing you can tell me. We are very, very horrible people. And if you need proof, if you need further proof, follow what happens to the average Nigerian when they get entangled with a powerful Nigerian. It is the same people that are supposed to band together and say, this is one of us, that will now be looking for leeways, try to use it as a pathway to connect to the oppressor. Why are we like this? Everyone is waiting for their time to steal, for their time to loot, for their time to oppress. That is why most of them can't even speak. Most of them can't even speak truth to power, because if it is not their brother that is in power, it is somebody that they know from somebody. They are just waiting. They don't even want to go and get the cup. They are waiting for whatever is in the cup to trickle to them. So they will rather starve, wait, eat crumbs, open their mouth wide for that trickle to enter than to go and say, you know what, there's something in this cup and I know it belongs to all of us, let us drink. So my rant today is Nigerians should do better. Do better. Stop being horrible people. Everywhere you go, there's a reason they're always pointing to Nigerians in the wrong way. We are not good people. I end my rant.
Thank you so much, and within the time limit also. Nigerians are not good people. That's coming from a Nigerian and from someone who is on ground. Well, can I go ahead?
Yes, I agree. Nigerians are not good people. Nigerians are a very useless set of human beings. And if you feel the attack is for you, then you are not a good person. You rather change. But if you're a good person, I don't think you take it personal, right? Now, following up with what my brother said here, that non-entities don't lead in Igbo land. Non-entities don't. They don't have the people's trust to elect them on, to any position. So, and especially when it comes to political party, as we all can see, the reason why we have Hope Uzodinma in Imo State isn't because the people of Imo State voted for him. See, people should try to study or read some things about politics before they talk. Nobody voted for Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma was on the 5th position. Hope Uzodinma was forced on the people of Imo State. Nobody voted for him. And when it comes to Abia State, people voted for Alex Oti for him to have won, right? Then in Anambra State, people voted for the drunk because of maybe the political party that he was affiliated with, which was Abga, right? Then Soludo, how many times did Soludo contest? So many times, I think 3 times. He won on the 4th time, right? And because he got into Abga, and that was why he won. So Abga, that party has something to do with a kind of affinity with Anambra people. Now, it is not only AAC that contested in Anambra State. We have other older parties that are even older than AAC that did not even score one single vote. We have a party called A, that is the name of the party, 0. AA, 0. We have AAC, 0. We have PD. PDP is completely died in Anambra State, right? PDP is gone. And I prophesied it here last year, 2023, that PDP is gone. PDP will never see the daylight again in Nigeria. Has it not come to fruition? Yeah, it's happening now. PDP is gone. So in Anambra State, PDP, as old as PDP, had no single vote. Then we have APP, APM. We have a lot of parties that have been in existence before AAC. And then we have a content creator that turned out to be low-class film actress, want to be the governor. How? Are we that stupid in Anambra State? Do you understand? Yeah. Some people like me may like her because of what she possessed, but Not because of no. Leadership qualities is zero. She's non-tested. Non-tested. We don't know. We only see her on acting, content creative, and that should be the reason why Anambra State should vote for her. And because they didn't vote for her, we hate women. We are not good people. You see how kids think, right? So, but that is it. Everybody has his own freedom, opinion. You can talk anyhow you want, but at least do some homework before you talk. So in Anambra State, what is going on in Anambra State is not something that I'm proud of. No, I'm not proud of it, right? The election has come and it will be concluded today, and a candidate will emerge. And like I said earlier, we will live by whatever the result is, right? If it is Abga, Soludo is a continuation of agony and deprivation. If it is APC, that will be a fresh style of criminality and mediocrity. That is what we're going to see in Anambra State.
All right, thank you.
But that's it.
Thank you. Anybody who has a computer idea, let me know. I have my son probably downloaded an app that is making my that is blocking me up from being able to appear. So if you can give me an idea where to go to remove it. All right. Pablo, you can go ahead.
Beg your son.
Bribe him. Give him what he wants.
Go and beg.
What is it?
Go and beg him. Don't do it.
Thank you. If you are using the same word we to describe my governor ability, you are using it to qualify a professor. We are winning. Thank you. Now the same way that they qualified it to. Anyway, maybe I use this rant to promote my platform. So Dr. Dameji promoted it by saying that I know this serious, and he's right. And he's also the best person to actually put it that way, because him to not be serious presenter going by his Dr. Dameji show. The only time we will expect him to be serious is here, but he doesn't give his opinion. So he's also not just a serious person, he's a suspect. But as a chief satirian, political satirian, so I would take it as a badge of honor that he actually see my show like that. And he's right. I'm not just saying this not to say waiting it on the bear. So if almost all the political platform in Nigeria are serious platform. But at the end of the seriousness, we end up arguing and cursing ourselves and in some tribes and we go home. So why do I continue that the same trajectory? So I decided to say different. And again, I know the people come on my platform like that for obvious reason. We end up doing the same thing we do for every other platform. So I just make I just go enjoy myself. So if you smoke Igbo, come my platform, we will smoke together. Tell me where you day, I will even come your state, we will smoke together. Why talking about the Nigerian story? Because it is a story, it's a continuous story. Those that came before us have written their story, they don't give us. It's upon us to continue it how we want or to stop them, right? That's why, again, story comes to play. Because story knows that a story is going to be left for him as soon as these entitled seniors go, either by politically or by nature. It is going to be upon them. So so from that angle now, they talk my own politics from. So come along, I'm a very unserious person, and that's a fact. But again, you have to be you have to play allegiance to the performing governor where they work for Gota. It's very, very important. So, and the reason is that to say Waka and Idito to the intellectuals. So it is time for we the Agberos to take over power. We are entitled to it too. We are also a citizen. Okay, if our education no good, no be our fault. Now, that's the replication of the country. But we are the majority, and nobody can deny that. The times that we are being asked to vote against ourselves, telling us how to eat, how to cheat, who to marry, who to vote for us are over. Now, only one word with the year now, according to as our governor order us, go and get us 3.5 million votes. And now, yes, sir, we'll be mumu. Now, only go with the year. And we go bring them. And if at the end of the day we don't get 3.5 million, as far as Baba win, we are okay. So 3.5 million is the tax. Hopefully by next year we will take out to 5 million. People say, hey, don't people don't get 2 million voters. That's where we now change our education to common sense. At least we have a goal. What did we not goal? Now 1 million, I've been 500. We will get 3.5 million. And I'm shocked because
Una tag us as illiterate. Una see the surprise if they call unreasonable numbers. Isn't that what people who are illiterate supposed to do? But it shows that we have a plan, and the plan is to win. Show me your plan. Now, my plan are insult. No, they win anything. That's it. That is the logic Professor of Anambra used. He came out and act like a foolish man. Everybody begins to insult him, forgetting that the game is predicated on what? Popularity. The more you talk about person, the more people get to know about that person. And that's what it will take you years to convince person we hear about somebody, say this is who that person is not. So there's a logic. As I said, all of us trade common sense for education. We are so educated that we forget that power is get face, is raw. Now, how many people you can lead to the polling unit will give you your result. How many intellectuals we make use rig election for you? Now you go take win. Then only teach them for classroom. So again, it's a common sense. And if you believe in politics from that angle, come to my platform. Trust me, you will never
Okay,
be serious.
thank you. You have taken 4 minutes, almost 5 to advertise your platform.
Thank
We
you,
don't hear
thank you.
you.
I'll go to
Ngo. I'll go to Ngo. Please go ahead. Then I'll go to Anambra, then I'll go to Soli, then I'll come to Humble, who will be the final speaker. Go ahead, Ngo. Can you hear me? Negs. Ngo. Dr. Ngo, can you go ahead? Okay, are you with us?
I don't think.
Okay. Are you hearing us at all? Okay, let's go to Anambra, and then we can come back to you when it's available.
Okay, if I have the slot, I want to appeal to all Nigerians, irrespective of where you are in the world, especially those of us who don't live in Nigeria. I want to appeal to all of us. Let us be intentional to build a Nigeria that works for everybody. Let us be intentional to build a livable homeland for those who live in Nigeria and those who may wish to visit Nigeria. We need to be intentional about this. Nigerians are beautiful people. Nigerians are good people. But there are some Nigerians who are not beautiful people, who are not good people. All Nigerians are not horrible people. There are wonderful Nigerians. I am one of them. I do not know about you. I am one of the good Nigerians. I want all of us to be intentional to make Nigeria, in every way, in any way you can, make contributions, make suggestions, such that Nigeria will be functional to all Nigerians. It is not impossible, but the system we have right now, if we continue to sustain it and allow it to continue this way, Nigeria will be a horrible place for all Nigerians, good or bad. I want to appeal, please, when a fellow Nigerian is hurting, it doesn't have to do whether she's a woman, he's a man, he's an old man, or a young person, a child, your religion or not. Show empathy as a human. The challenge we have that Nigeria is boiling now is because of people who choose to be selfish, who choose to be psychopaths. And it is annoying when you see the obvious and you say it doesn't exist or it doesn't happen. That's not proper. I want to use this opportunity to say this again. Nnamdi Kanu, I am not his fan. I don't believe in his Biafra. I don't believe in his agitation. But that young man is suffering because he's an Igbo man. And this is wrong. Put yourselves in his position. If it is you, if it's your father, if it's your brother, if it's your uncle, if it's your cousin, if it's your nephew, how do you feel? What has he done that others haven't done and they are let go? He's been in detention without proper trial for over 4 years. Does it make sense? Fellow Nigerians are being killed and being buried in mass graves. Communities are being displaced and they are living in IDP camp in a country called Nigeria where there is no war. Does it make sense? I don't need to be from Birom. I don't need to be from Woku. I don't need to be a thief man, nor an Idoma man. For me to feel the pains they are feeling. If I leave now, I want to go visit Nigeria, I will go to my village in my father's house. Can these people go to their village in their father's house? Let's be human. That's my appeal to all Nigerians. This
okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much. I've given you actually 4 minutes to run, but okay. Thank you. I feel the pain because that's the same thing I always argue. You don't have to be from that place for people to have their life. By the way, if you buy anybody, God will not take the person's life and out your own. So okay, this person was remaining 70 years for him to live. So now add 70 years to your own so that you become 140 before you. It doesn't happen. So it's a waste of effort. All right, go ahead. You are muted.
Thank you. My contribution is going to be very quick. I just want to say that we are wasting time. People are dying. There's no need to waste. We've already established a case of genocide. What's the point? The other issue I want to raise is I think all Nigerian Christians and Southern Nigerian people are very stupid and foolish. This is the best time to negotiate a country. These people are all out for blood. I'm not saying that everybody, all Northern Nigerian Muslims are out there to kill Christians. They're not. But there is a clear, calculated attempt to kill, to subjugate, and to enslave the Nigerian Christian and make Nigeria an Islamic state. That evidence is very clear. The Nigerian intelligence officer that retired a few years ago said it, and many people have come out and said it. There's no need to waste time. It's time to act. It's time to do the righteous thing. Negotiate a new Nigeria. I don't believe in what Anele Chukwu said. I believe in Nnamdi Mazi's cause because he wants to separate himself from the cancer that is spreading across the country. I believe in every of his cause. The means I may not agree with, but this is the best time to request for a new Nigeria. These people are out for blood. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so very much. I like your conclusion also. Okay, Soli.
Yes, so I refuse that argument that you say, oh, Nigerians are bad, Nigerians are evil. Was Dora Akuni, head of NAFDAC, was she evil? Was Fela evil? That woman that's because she was trying to save Nigerians from Ebola. Remember, somebody was trying to get into it. She gave her life for Nigerians.
Remember her? That's one of my.
And they say Nigerians are evil. That Muslim man that Buhari rewarded for protecting Christians, what did he benefit from it? Is he also evil? The woman that fought for the votes of the Igbo people in Imo State, is she also evil? So you cannot say Nigerians are evil. Nigerians are forced to be evil, majority of them. When you have a government and a society that rewards bad and punishes good, what do you expect people to do? The more good you do, the more trouble you enter. You protect yourself, they arrest you. You complain about bad roads, they arrest you. You help them rig election, they promote you. You become a tout and an agbero for them, they promote you. You commit crime, they promote you. You steal, they promote you. And then you say, oh, Nigerians are evil. The fact that you have over 70% of people in multidimensional poverty and everybody is not slashing everybody's throats should be proof enough that Nigerians are not evil. If they were evil, that country would have reduced from population of 250 million back down to 30 million in less than a year. So please, we should not be generalizing everything and be giving government excuse. You see, you guys have been bred, you've been programmed to subtly excuse the nonsense of government. I don't know if you notice that you do this or you don't notice it. When you make excuses, you see, government plays politics with the lives of Nigerians, but Nigerians have refused to play politics with the lives of government. Trump came, and some people are explaining how this is happening, how that. Now they are at risk. Even if you have to lie to get them out of there, because they have lied and they have destroyed lives, you will align with forces that are in your favor. But no, they want to be arguing semantics. The same way that they argue and argue and argue, you will see people in Lagos, their problem is Igbo people. The person that is stealing their state fund is not Igbo. The person that is stealing their local government fund is not Igbo. They will argue and waste time. Before you know it, everybody that wants to steal has stolen and they've gone and they cannot be left accountable again. Always giving your government excuse, always arguing semantics, always arguing things that don't really matter. Instead of playing politics with the lives of your government, you keep on letting, you keep on being the food. I mean, like Solly said, I can never be food. I can never ever be food. I would rather play politics with their life. You have advantage, you do not use it, you do not play politics with it. Now, those people are not trying to, but thank God, Nigerian government is so incompetent, we can count on their incompetence. They are still putting themselves inside more fire. They are doing protests, they are insulting. They literally, stupid people, literally took a caricature of Trump and now started putting it in protest. Good God. You are not dealing with a normal government. You are dealing with a white supremacist, religious, bigoted government. If you do not know, and one thing they hate the most are Muslims. They will look for any excuse to take your life. So I can't count on the competence of Nigerian citizens, but I can count on the incompetence of Nigerian governments. Hopefully, that is the last thing that that we have left.
Okay.
The old people, they don't want to go away.
I like your conclusion, but I just have to cut in so that we can allow forefather to come in quickly. Okay, thank you so much. Stay humble. I'll give you 5 minutes because you are just going to make one comment, and after that, I will round up the show so that forefather can start. Forefather is starting just as soon as we finish because we're already running into his time. So as soon as we're out, he will take over. So you can also wait, and that also goes to the over 23 people that we have online. Please, if you do not mind, just pause right now and click the like button. The more likes we get, the more that it is given out so that other people can also join us when we're having this conversation. Remember, the reason why we're different from any other channel, because you are given the opportunity to say what is your mind, and that is your view. We acknowledge your view, we hold it supreme, because you have a right to have your view. Nobody should be able to take your view from you. So that's your right, that is your privilege. So when you come here, we really admire and appreciate you when you make your contribution. Go ahead, stay humble.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I hope you didn't include me among the 300 and something people that will join for fathers, because I think you already know I don't join.
Okay, I think he's going to click like for us.
My history with him is well documented here. So,
okay, no while.
Yeah, I believe that forefathers and OVA are some of those spin doctors that are planted by the establishment to try and stand the truth on its head.
Okay, forefather is here, so answer if he wants to, but I don't think it's necessary. So, all right, go ahead.
So, so I've not really had the opportunity to talk about this development because I think last week I was attending a conference when I heard that Trump had declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, which didn't really come to me as a surprise because, yeah, for those that have been following, the trend for the past 2 to 3 years in world politics, would have seen this coming, yeah, especially with the second coming of Trump as president of America. That he would really shake things up. Yeah, so and we know that the people in the corridors of power knew about these things, and yeah, I believe that was why they sent out Reno Omokri to go and lobby those Americans to again stand the truth on its head, like some people do here. Yeah, so I know that still some people will still spin some narratives, the usual sentiment, because usually in Nigeria, since I was a kid, the normal thing that happens is that it will turn to an anti-Igbo narrative as usual, but whatever narrative they turn into, what will happen will happen. What God has destined to happen in Nigeria will surely come to pass. It's just a matter of time. It will happen. We've been saying these things about Nigeria, how Nigeria is not viable. It's not going to, succeed, structurally. It's very defective, Yeah, so, and I don't even know why Dr. Damage is trying to introduce the Anambra elections to distract us. We know that there is no election, just the normal jamboree. Tomorrow, the UK, UN, European Union will congratulate Soludo, and, that's all. The normal things that they will say is that, yeah, there were a few hits there, here and there, but he was supposed to win, etc., and everybody, goes home. The usual things continue. Yeah, so I know that there are some people also here because when I got the news last weekend when I was attending a conference, I had a conversation with one of the participants who was very quick to say that United States had come for our resources. They bandy different technical terms, sovereignty, this and that, as if we have a say in what happens in Nigeria. Which Nigeria has a say in what happens in Nigeria? Yeah, so for people that are saying sovereignty, this and that, I just think that it's a whole joke. Even people that prior to that declaration, whenever we are telling them about geopolitics and stuff, they will say it's conspiracy theory, leave those things. Suddenly, they realize that geopolitics is important, that the United States are coming to take resources. Which resources? They say they are coming for our oil. Each time I hear that, I laugh. Which oil? So is it the oil that they have used as collateral to collect billions of dollars of loans that they used to buy houses in the US, Canada, United Kingdom, and the rest? So, but my final message is this: that what will happen, really. No matter how people try to spin it, no matter the narrative people, vent, we'll just keep our fingers crossed, and God will rearrange things in Nigeria and resettle the Nigerians as He wishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your, you didn't even use the 5 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, forefather, you are taking over the next program, so I want to plead your indulgence not to say too much so that you can eventually be able to move on to the other program. I don't know, I want to thank all those who have given me suggestions, I've tried all that you suggested for me to try and do so that the camera can come back, but it's not working. So once I go off now, I will go back and then check it. But right now, let's hear forefather, and then forefather can eventually, once I get off, I'll check it out. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. I see them and I try them out. Yeah, forefather, you are here now and you are having the next program. You have listened to all that have been said. What do you want to say before you move on to the next program?
Thank you, KJ. You know, the suggestion that they gave that you should beg your son, I think that is at the top of the pile.
I'm
You
not
know,
talking about that one.
go and seek forgiveness.
I've just asked for, I've just bought a laptop and said it doesn't play with my
Okay.
company any longer. So, yeah, that has been settled.
For me, this is why I chose that username. My kind of default, if I want to start reasoning about what is good for us, especially when it comes to foreigners getting involved, I always try to think, okay, what would our forefathers think? How would they look at us today? You know, we used to respect our ancestors, don't we? And there's a reason for that, and there is a wisdom to it. Because if you cannot remember the kind of events your ancestors have gone through, you will be seeing some of the events we see today. Because you can't see clearly with a normal human eye. You have to try to see through the eyes of your ancestors, the thousands and millions of them that go back just 500 years. If you try to see through that, then you can understand what you are looking at now. It's a bit easier to see. And for me, when I see what is going on in Nigeria, no matter what pain I'm going through, there are so many reasons for people in the South to feel aggrieved. But I look at those things, I say, if I am so aggrieved, then I want something that is going to work for them. If it means working with my next door neighbor, be good with my next, I will do it. It's what it takes. Many Nigerians fail to recognize this part, and they allow their instincts to tell them, okay, anybody that just says they want to come and save us, let them come. For me, it's not even about resources. Let them keep whatever resources they want, and I think they will get any resources they want from Tinubu anyway. The key is, do they care that you develop? Do they want you to develop? That is the problem. I feel like the way they look at us is that if we develop, we are going to be too much of a problem. Just like China is a problem to them. They don't want two major problems on their hands. So they want to make sure we remain underdeveloped. And this is what they go to countries to do. People say they go to Afghanistan, they failed. I didn't think they failed in Afghanistan. They made sure they set Afghanistan backward. They didn't fail in Libya. They set Libya backward. They didn't fail in Iraq. They set Iraq backward. That is the purpose. I don't know why we can't see it. For me, I can see like as clear as day. And I think we listen too much to what they say more than what they've accomplished. What they've accomplished is to set people backwards. And they see Nigeria is about to start emerging again, whether it's through China or through them, or the fact that we are experiencing some period of growth. They don't like that, because they see that China could be our friend tomorrow, and tomorrow we can decide that we don't like them anymore. So they want to bring us back inside their cage. How can in any universe we'll give Trump the benefit of the doubt? In what universe? What reason do you have to think that? Because he just said so. Are we going to tell the defense ministry who to bomb? Are you going to tell Hexet, hey, don't bomb the Dangote refinery, don't bomb the airport here, don't bomb that one? No, you're not going to tell them what to do. By the time that happens, it's too late. And then you will say, oh, other people will say, we told you so. We told you so is not good enough, because then our children's future have already been mortgaged. Again, we've been suffering these things. We should learn from our ancestors. That's why we have them. Can you imagine if you're the children of like my own children now? My children, 100 years from now, somebody that has done me serious harm, my children is begging them to come and save. I will feel like my children have lost it, and I have not done my job that well.
Okay.
I've done me serious harm, and I think that's where people need to think from. When you are in any doubt,
can I beg you to
from the eye? Sorry, I'm sorry. Think from the point of view of your ancestors when you are in any doubt. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And our ancestors have lived and gone to be with the Lord. Now it is our time to make all the decisions that we need to make. The question now be, what do we want to do with the people's lives that are being lost? Is the mineral resources in our land helping anybody who are now enjoying those mineral resources? If we are from the middle belt, should we continue to say, because I know part of the Yewata, which is a near Gwe local government area, Gwe local government area, and that has almost been wiped off. Guma local government, sorry. Nobody lives there now, and like I said, it has the biggest yam market in Nigeria. That has been wiped.
I think OC is saying that I said we are experiencing growth. We are not experiencing growth economically. We are experiencing developmental growth in terms of Dangote refinery. That is the first time we had any big value-added manufacturing. Sorry about that, KJ.
Yeah, it's okay. So that's like the musicians will say, and the beat goes on. The beat's continually going to go on, and these arguments will continue. For those who are on the comment section, I want to thank you for being here. We really enjoyed your being here. You are the part and parcel of what has made this show great, and has most sorted after around Black Africa and indeed the world. So we invite you again to be here with Forefather, who is going to start in the next 5 minutes or thereabout, and he will take it all the way. So every argument you're not able to canvass, please wait for him. He will give you opportunity to do that, and then you can continue. I want to thank Oriako Tokwe. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, George, for your support. Thank you, Oscar Blackstone. Thank you. We really appreciate you. Please do join the program sometime. Not only your money, we want to also see your face. And also Eccentrica. Really appreciate you. You did great arguments on your side, but also learn to respect other people, so you don't have to insult them when they don't agree with you. But we appreciate you. You're a young man with young mind and very sharp. Yes. And also want to let you know that about the China thing you talked about. Go and find out what China did to Zambia when they couldn't pay their loan. They eventually took over the international airport and established a Chinese colony in Zambia. But that's a different talk for another day. We can have a debate. XYZ, thank you so much for your support. Black House Capital, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Oscar Blackstone again. Thank you Oscar Blackstone Bone, thank you so much. We appreciate you. At Real K-05J, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yes, they want to turn around. I want to comment on that. This thing, they now saying it's IPOB. I wonder how many IPOB members are there. Is it the ones in Ozuakoli, in my village, that are now being the one making US to now change policy? Their policy, I don't think so. So let's not reduce it to tribal issue. It's not the Igbos that have gone to campaign. In fact, to answer you directly, President Trump has said, in a tweet today that he is responding to the request that Tinubu made to the US in the last time, 2020 wartime. He quoted it when they came to the US and requested that the US should intervene on Christian genocide. He had just signed off that later. So I think these answers are out there. Let us look for it and not accuse anybody of being the one responsible. Okay, Alexander Gomez, thank you so much. Real K-05J, thank you so much. You really for your support. Thank you also, Alexander Gomez, again. We appreciate you. And then thank you, OD, for the $100 which you did through Zelle to Dr. Damages. So we really appreciate that. That will go a long way. I want to let you also know that Dr. Damages pays about $800 and many more. In fact, the total cost goes to about 1,500 or more, for him to hold this show. So the little that we can give, let's do it. Those who can do big, please do it. Those who can do a one-time big sum will also help us to plan and get people who can give us on the spot reporting from Nigeria and around Africa. We didn't have anybody to cover for us in Cameroon, or we were to have contact that they could have given us on the spot what is going on. So having said that, want to appreciate all of you for your time and your treasure. I always say to people, if you have a friend who comes to spend time with you, don't take it for granted, because those times they come and spend with you, they can never recover it again in this eternity. That's an integral part of their lives, and it's very important that you appreciate it. We appreciate all of you. and we look forward to seeing you in the next broadcast. God bless you all. And please don't sign off. Just hang around, and the forefather will take off almost immediately. We don't want to lose you guys. So it will be very short and quickly also. Thank you. Have a good day.
1,911,844,833 naira and 46